Okay, James, thank you very much. We have the Wildcats versus the Lake Dallas Falcons tonight. This is, hard to believe, the 9th regular season game of the season, and only one more regular season game, and that's a big one next week, and we'll be talking about that. The Wildcats come in tonight 7-1. And they are 4-1, or is it 3-1? Let me check this. Should have done that before.
3-1.
3-1 in district play. Thank you, Tony. Lake Dallas is 4-4, and they are 1-3 in district play.
Yep.
So, Tony, we had last week we kind of used the term trap game in referring to the community game, but the community was in no position really to challenge the Wildcats seriously. I kind of see this more as a trap game.
This is actually a trap game. The one last week, we would have had to have taken sleeping pills and just not shown up. But this one truly is, because Lake Dallas has some talent, have won a few games. We should win the ball game, especially here at home, but it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Strange. Last year, I believe it was within a week of Halloween, we had, if anything could happen, it did happen. So I'm hoping that we get to control everything tonight.
What I look at in the Lake Dallas games that they have played so far this season, they lost to Paris. Of course, Sulphur Springs beat Paris, but Lake Dallas lost to Paris 20-16. Wildcats beat Paris 38-35, so they were both close games there. Mm-hmm. And also, I see that Lake Dallas played a reasonably competitive game against Frisco Panther Creek. They lost to Panther Creek by a score of, I've got it here somewhere, 31-13. So that, Panther Creek won fairly easily, but it was not a total blowout.
But they've got some talent. It's obvious they've got some talent. So when you've got that and you're over in that area, if you put it all together, you can relatively, like they say, you can on any given night. So I hope this isn't the night.
Wildcat football on KSST brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. James Terry is our producer in the KSST studio. Matt Jansen is our technical director and video producer. This game, by the way, is streaming on YouTube. If you'd like to look in on the KSST YouTube channel, and also you'll see this game later on cable channel 18 and on YouTube. And Tony Flippin, our guru of the gridiron for these broadcasts. So,
seller of ice to the Eskimos. Y'all don't know if I'm lying or not.
We will be hearing from Wildcats head coach Brandon Faircloth when Wildcat football continues after this. Wildcats football on KSST. The Wildcats at home tonight, and it is the final home game of the 2025 season. Tony, hard to believe that we've come this far. Doesn't seem like it's been that much time.
It's always that way.
Yep.
Same when I was refereeing, we'd build up with our training and thought that first week would never get here, and all of a sudden we're on week 8.
So the Wildcats coming in here 7-1 and 3-1 in district play. Lake Dallas is 4-4, 1-3 in district play. The Wildcats, of course, coached by Brandon Faircloth. He is in his 16th season as a head coach, 13 at Port Neches Groves. As a career, he is, for his career record, he is 133-63. Here at Sulphur Springs, he is 32-11 in now his 4th season. Jason Young is the head coach of Lake Dallas. He's in his 5th year. This is the only head coaching job that he has had. He is 30-21 at Lake Dallas. Wildcats won the game at Lake Dallas last year 33-8. But, Tony, that was a 14-8 game at halftime.
It was. We kind of went in there, again, not necessarily respecting, and it turned out to be a good football game that first half, and we were able to pull away.
So Lake Dallas this year, as we told you, they are 4-4. They opened up with a win over Denton, 35-13. Then they lost to Fort Worth Brewer, 13-10. They won over Kaufman, 38-35. Beat Lake Worth, 38-34. or 38-14 it was. Then, as we told you, they lost to Paris 20-16, close game there. Of course, they pounded Community 56-9. Then they lost to Panther Creek 31-13, but a respectable showing there, I think. But a surprise last week, as you heard in the conversation that I had with Brandon Faircloth, that they lost to Aubrey 14-11. Of course, the Wildcats handled Aubrey pretty easily, 45-14.
But I think those two teams are pretty well even. So whoever, I don't know where that one was played or anything, but that one can go either way in my book. So I don't call that necessarily an upset.
I think that was at Aubrey, if I'm not mistaken. The Wildcats, as you know, last week beat Community 65-7 at Community and scored in all 9 possessions of the game. And also I looked at it later in the week, Tony, and mentioned it to Coach Faircloth. 8 different players scored touchdowns for the Wildcats in that game. And he said he thinks that is the first time that's ever happened in his career.
You and I could have scored 1 each. So all we needed was a helmet and some sneakers.
Well, Community is struggling in football. It's surprising in a way because they have been quite competitive in boys basketball and baseball, but football not so much.
No, they've always had it tough. Since they left 2A, they've struggled.
Gentlemen, your Sulphur Springs
Lake Dallas Falcons have already entered the field. Here come the Sulphur Springs Wildcats out onto the field as they run through the line formed by the Blue Blazes. And the Blue Blazes all in Halloween costumes tonight.
Yeah, when I came in, they were passing out candy. They were cute.
So we are about ready to go, and Tony, was being the former official, was looking down on the field a few minutes ago, and you think that we've already actually had the coin toss?
They had the coin toss as they went in. I think that they won, that Lake Dallas won and deferred, but we'll see. But they have had the coin toss, and sometimes that's superstition. Sometimes that's, like I said, you've got to have captains that know what you're doing and so forth. So. Some just don't like to leave it to the kids.
Right. So we are about to have our invocation, and then we will have the national anthem played by the Sulphur Springs High School Band.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together under these Friday night lights. On this Halloween evening, we're reminded of the joy and unity that come with the game. We ask for your protection over every player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and fan here tonight. Keep everyone safe from harm, help us to compete with integrity, and remind us that true victory comes from teamwork, respect, and heart. Bless our families, our school, and our community for their constant support. And as we celebrate tonight, may our actions on and off this field reflect the light of your goodness, even on this Halloween night. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
And now the national anthem from the Sulphur Springs High School Band coming up in just a moment. And the national anthem performed by the Sulphur Springs High School Band, and we are about to have the perhaps ceremonial coin toss here. Tony, just a moment ago, Kevin Woolley, our public address announcer, came in and said the referee here tonight has been in the game for 50 years.
That's unfortunately that puts him about my age. But
well,
no,
you would think so, yeah.
And that's the deal. That's what you hear about shortages of referees. What we're finding now is we've got people like him out there that and just can't go on, and the younger group picking in or coming in to try to sub in and go. There's not enough of them that are dedicated to the game and to officiating as opposed to wanting a paycheck.
Of course,
so that's what hurts.
Tony did it for 25 years, but 50 years. Mike D. Jones. I'm not sure why he gives us the middle initial, but I'm sure there's some other Mike Jones probably.
Yeah.
And
but it's quite a congratulatory message to him to be doing that and to still be in shape to do that. That's a big deal.
Actually, I talked to him on the field before the game. I would not have thought at all that he was that old, but he is in good shape.
Well, there's a lot of them that, unlike me, they didn't go to the chocolate chip cookie bar and when they got through and eat chicken fried steak at the end of the game. So that's why he's still in it.
We'll attempt to find the time to run through the rest of the officials here. So we have had, I'm not sure if we had the ceremonial toss.
Okay, so Lake Dallas did win and deferred, and they're going to kick. Wildcats are going to defend the scoreboard and head north.
Okay, so Wildcat captains tonight, Gio Ibarra, also Alex McCormick, Matthew Jeter, and Jamorian Jeffrey were the captains tonight, and they rotate that honor among senior players. So other officials, Mike D. Jones, we told you, is the referee. The umpire is Les Schminke. The head linesman is Chuck Allen. The line judge is Brad Burkle. The back judge is Brett Maya. The side judge is Dylan McCord, and the field judge is Steve Jackson tonight.
Another 7-man crew.
Yeah.
That's I'm real pleased with that. That's the equivalent of the 3-man for basketball, and that does help keep some of the older guys in it because you don't have that long run, and it helps coverage-wise. But there's more expense to the schools, and like I've said before, some coaches don't want that extra 2 sets of eyes out there. They might like to do some stuff that's right on the edge.
I don't think we've had anything but 7-man crews
no, we haven't.
for the games this year.
We haven't.
The kicker is Cooper Deschley for Lake Dallas, and this is a short kickoff to the middle of the field, and it's a nice return for Sulphur Springs, and that's Keyshawn John who
picked it up like a shortstop.
Picked it up about the 25-yard line or so and returns it into Lake Dallas territory to about the 45-yard line.
I think it's going to start at the, let's see, 46 going in. So that was wasn't an onside, but they didn't want the deep guys to get it.
I didn't know about Keyshawn John.
He's just one of those. We've got a good enough up line to be to beat a lot of people.
Right. So that's a kickoff return. I'm going to make it 29 yards there. Good start for the Wildcats, moving from right to left, and Mason Cooper, the starting quarterback, in the absence, of course, of Deuce Timmons, handoff up the middle, and that's Jackson Hare.
Jackson Hare
to the 41-yard line for a gain of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Mason Cooper last week, 6 touchdown passes.
He did good. He looked good. He threw some nice passes.
And that
really
tied the school record, held by Tyreek Robinson and
Logan Turner.
Yeah. Up the middle, the run goes, and I think that's Jackson Hare again.
Jackson again for a Hooten Hardware first down at the 35.
So good start for Jackson Hare. Hare coming into the game. 679 yards rushing, 6.3 yards per carry, and 10 touchdowns. Overall, 13 touchdowns for the Wildcat senior. First down at the Lake Dallas 35-yard line, just underway. This is the first possession of the game. Wildcats moving to the north end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. From the spread, snap to Mason Cooper. Handoff up the middle. Short gain here, but that turns into a decent gain to about the 31.
He made 1 into 4 by the way he fell on top of those massive linemen and didn't touch the ground till the 31. So nice 4-yard gain.
Once again, that's Jackson Hare on the gain. The offensive line for the Wildcats, and we need to give them more credit. Big Vincent Johnson, the left tackle, committed to TCU. Aiden McCarroll at left guard. Jeff Stevenson at center. Josh Lopez, right guard. Dadrian Day Berry at right tackle. 2nd and 4. Again, they keep it on the ground.
That's Dobson Martin this time.
All
they
right.
had Jackson in the slot.
And it looks like he's got a first down.
He's got a Houghton Hardware first down. 2 in a row.
To the 23-yard line.
I'm trying to identify them before the play because I can't tell them apart now that they've got those extra hats on. Dobson's coming out. Jackson's in, so either we're going to go empty or Jackson's going to be running back this play.
They each wear that sort of foam protective cover on the helmet that you see more and more, and I think
which I like. I think they all ought to wear
I think within 5 or 10 years you will see that, and maybe
that
sooner
or
than
a change of the helmet that gives you the protection.
Yeah. First down. And again, they give it to Jackson Hare. Great run here as Hare is breaking tackles and cutting back from left to right. He's inside the 10-yard line to the 8-yard line.
8-yard line, another third Houghton Hardware first down on this drive. And we're doing nothing but handing it off right over the left guard there, letting this line go. And Jackson did what he does, and that's go till he hits something, keep your legs moving, and all of a sudden he popped out and got a first down out of it.
15 yards on the gain, 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Just under 9 minutes. We've used 3 minutes from 46 yards so far.
Mason Cooper in the shotgun. Fakes a handoff. Keeps it himself. And maybe gets a yard or so.
He got 1 out of it. He was wanting to throw it to Virgil, but Lake Dallas did a good job of covering him, and he went out, but he had it in his throwing hand. That's what he wanted to do, and he had to just end up getting the yard gain.
So we're going to call that no gain. Well, Tony says a yard.
He's at the 7 now, so it should be 1. We started on the 8.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Still goal.
Yeah, you're right.
2nd and goal, so we don't want to settle here. We want to move it in. Empty. No, we got a backfield.
Jackson Hare step to the left of Mason Cooper. Now it looks like they're changing the play here. Here's the snap to Mason Cooper. Option play left. And he tosses it out, and this is Deacon Carpenter for the touchdown.
Good job. Good pass by Mason. And that's a way to just methodically take it down. That's the only pass play of the drive, so 46 yards with only 1 pass, and the rest was basically Jackson Hare with the exception of Dobson Martin on 1 run. So good job by the Cats. Nothing fancy, just showing kind of flexing their muscles.
Cooper throws it out to Deacon Carpenter in the left flat, and Carpenter a nice job of running with the ball after the catch.
He's got more wheels than I think.
Here's the catch, or here's the kick by Eric Rodriguez, and it is good. So he's 44 for 44 on his point after attempts.
That's awesome. That is awesome, and everybody takes it for granted. But again, that's a 3-man team. That's a 3-man job to get that done.
Including Matthew Jeter, the snapper, and Mason Cooper, the holder. 7-0 Wildcats, 7:52 to go first quarter. This Wildcats football on KSST. We have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff about to come here as the Wildcats went 46 yards, Tony, in 7 plays after that nice opening kickoff return by Keyshawn John.
Yeah, that set it up nicely.
And it was a short kickoff, and Keyshawn picked it up and ran it back 29 yards to the 46-yard line. Deacon Carpenter with the touchdown from Mason Cooper. Here's the kickoff by Rodriguez, and it is taken at the 8-yard line. And a nice return here for Lake Dallas up the middle of the field. Still on his feet, and still going all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Taken down by his own man that won't roll over yet. We've got to give him credit. Number 22 for Lake Dallas, Jaden Joyner is the number 1 kickoff tackler for the game for us. And we're glad he got in the way because he was fixing to hit a seam.
Nathan Seedor
That
was the return man there.
A really good one. They're going to start at the 41, and we should have had him at about the between the 25 and the 30, but he kept going.
So that's a 33-yard kickoff return. First down, Lake Dallas at their own 41-yard line, moving left to right. And let's see which of the quarterbacks is in there to start the game. They have an H-back shuffling from right to left and a back to the right of the quarterback. And they hand it off. This is Thurman, and he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Bryson Thurman, their top runner, and he loses a couple of yards back to the 39-yard line.
Bruce Holmes and McCormick were in. We had three of them that got him there and held the edge. He was trying to get the edge.
It's Cash Davis who is the starting quarterback, a junior for Lake Dallas. I've had a hard time not calling him Crash Davis all week from Bull Durham.
Yep.
But Cash,
the mascot.
Cash Davis. He is the younger and the taller of the two quarterbacks. Ben Allen is the other quarterback. I expect we'll see him play. So this is second down and 12. Davis.
There goes the long ball.
Backpedaling, throwing it deep, and a great job there by the Wildcat on coverage. And let's see, was that Creed Wisenhunt? It was.
Creed Wisenhunt, he just was jogging, staying with him. I didn't have a chance to say, but I figure that number 13 is their best receiver. He looks like it. Sure enough, they tried to post, and he had a step on Creed, but I think Creed was playing with him trying to get the interception because he's not going to outrun Creed.
He's not their best, at least he's not their most productive, but he's their biggest. He is 6'4", 185.
He's quite a specimen. If he's not their best, I think they're wasting it. That may be why they've lost some ball games.
He has 10 receptions, let's see, for 141 yards.
Little shovel pass.
This is Bryce Thurman again, and he is hit hard after he crosses the line of scrimmage and gains 4 or 5 yards, but he is hit hard there. I think that's Blaine Allen.
T.J. Bolden.
Oh, T.J. Bolden. Okay, right.
T.J. met him in the hole, and he popped him and stopped him. So now it's 4th and 8. So great job by the Wildcat defense. Follow up a score with a 3 and out. That's just like pitching a shutdown inning after getting a home run. So
T.J. Bolden, 29 tackles coming into the game, but that includes 6 tackles for loss. He is a big play man for the Wildcat defense. So this is 4th down and 6 for Lake Dallas from the 44-yard line in Falcon territory. Whistles as the ball is snapped.
Got to be procedure, or unless got a timeout.
Yep. So Lake Dallas does take a timeout. Wildcats lead 7-0, 5:52 left to go first quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Lake Dallas has a 4th and 6 coming up. Scoreboard says 4th and 7. I think that's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And looks like they will punt. They called the timeout, and we'll see what happens there.
Makes no sense to me right in the middle of the field, even if you're going to get a 5-yard penalty, so what right now? That timeout could be a lot more valuable.
Cooper Denchey, their place kicker, is also their punter. He's a left-footed kicker. He gets this one away, nice-looking punt, and takes a great Lake Dallas roll. Landed about the 30 and then rolled down the sideline, went out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
19, yeah, 18.
19?
One of them.
19, I guess.
19, yeah, he's looking at it. Yeah, he kicked it too far to the sideline. We had Gio over there, but he just couldn't get to it, and it didn't travel, but it was one of those that the first hop was a good roll. So now we got an 81-yard field.
So it's a 37-yard punt by Denchey. Wildcats have the ball for the second time, but this time not nearly as good field position. They started at the Lake Dallas 46 on their first.
5:40 left in the first quarter.
7-0, Sulphur Springs. Snap to Cooper. Bubble screen to the near side.
That's Virgil.
Short pickup to Jackson Virgil, the sophomore.
Would get about 2 is all there. They got to it in pretty good shape.
Gets out to the 21-yard line. By the way, that touchdown by Deacon Carpenter a few moments ago, that's his 3rd touchdown reception of the season. He's coming on now.
He is.
And he's just a sophomore.
We're in the area here for a deep bomb too.
Empty backfield. Mason Cooper again changing the play, it appears. He's got 3 men wide to the far side, 2 to the near side as the Wildcats move to the north end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. And they throw it in the flat on the near side. Pass is complete, and going down the sideline, that's Jackson Hare with the catch.
It'll be about 3rd and 1.
It's out to the 30. So
they're only using a 3-man rush on defensive line, so if we're picking up on that, our 5-man line that's so good should be able to handle 3. So if we do that, Mason Cooper could have another one of those big nights because they'll give him some time to throw, and he's proven he can throw the ball.
3rd and 1 at the 29-yard line in Sulphur Springs territory.
Jackson Hare in the Wildcat. And now Coach Faircloth calls timeout.
Interesting. Jackson Hare lining up in the Wildcat. He can take the direct snap. And Sulphur Springs calling a timeout, obviously. They saw something there on the Lake Dallas defense that either surprised them or they thought they might be able to take advantage of. Offensive coordinator Peter Medlock, no doubt, making the call to take that timeout. A
little note on baseball. It's top of the 3rd, no score in Game 6 of the World Series.
All right. Toronto and the L.A. Dodgers playing in Toronto tonight.
Toronto wins, they get the candy.
I see some new personnel coming in for the Wildcats. I think they may go with a...
Still got Jackson back there in the Wildcat. They got some meat on either side behind him.
I think they brought in some heavier blockers there.
I think we'll be going left. If they don't move their defense, we need to be moving left. Let's see if Jackson sees the same thing.
Direct snap to Jackson Hare. Takes a step to his left, working his way through the defensive line, and he will have the first down up close to the 40-yard line. Does a good job at
39-yard line.
Good job of using his blockers there and holding back and then shooting through the gap.
Yep, and we could see they had 2 extras up over the right side, so they were just inviting us to go left. And it wasn't a big surprise when Jackson took off that way. Of course, easy to see up here.
First down, Sulphur Springs at the Wildcat 39-yard line. That's a gain of 9 yards on that play.
Yep.
Mason Cooper back in there at the regular quarterback slot. And they hand off again to Jackson Hare, and he gets across the line of scrimmage up to about the 41-yard line. Then he is put on his back by a couple of Falcon tacklers, and I think the lead tackler there was Dallas Gates, a defensive back.
They gave him 4-yard progress before they sent him back, so this may be Jackson Hare night at the stadium. They're putting the workload on him right now already.
I see Dobson
Martin's in this time, giving him a blow. No, he's out on the wing.
Give it to Dobson. Martin over the right side, and Martin shoots through a little hole. And now he is gang tackled by Lake Dallas Falcons near the 50-yard line. That he will be close to a first down.
He's got that first, and they had him right on the line. He ended up getting about a 3-yard cushion, and it was that big line got behind him and did our version of the tush push.
Actually, he got to the Lake Dallas 49-yard line.
Yep, he fell north.
And it is a first down for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Wildcats on the march again, leading 7-0. 3:07 left to go in the first period. Snap to Mason Cooper. Cooper is going to be sacked.
Nobody picked up the blitz. You could see that coming. That's number 0, Nathan Cornish, and knocked the helmet off for Mason, so he's got to come out of play. So let's see if we go with a Wildcat, or see number 15 is going in. That's Matthew Jeter. Is he nope, he's not a quarterback. So
he's a tight end. He would typically be a blocker, H-back. So I think they may have Jackson Hare in the
got Jackson in the Wildcat.
So-called Wildcat. He will take the direct snap. Now he has a back to his left, and he fakes a handoff to that back, and he keeps it himself off the left side, breaks the tackle, coming down the sideline. Jackson Hare still on his feet into Lake Dallas territory, out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
He got all of it, got first down by 4 yards. He is absolutely amazing with his footwork. He should have been tackled 3 times for about a 5-yard gain.
21-yard gain by Jackson Hare.
He is just fun to watch. We're going to miss him next year.
I mean.
Because we got, what'd you say, 33 or 34 seniors?
33.
We're going to miss all of them next year, but we're really gotten spoiled of 4 years of Jackson.
First down at the Lake Dallas 35-yard line. Snap to Cooper and a quick pass out to the flat to Jackson Virgil. And the sophomore does a nice job running after the catch, and he is inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line.
He needs about 2 or 3 more steps, open space, and then he's going to be moving, but he doesn't start up as quick.
So second down and 2.
He's a big boy.
Yes, he is. He's about 6'4", 6'5". And again, we got to know him well as a starting left fielder on the Wildcat baseball team.
As a freshman, or no, sophomore.
Well, I think he was a freshman.
He was a
then.
freshman, yep, he's sophomore now.
Ball on the near hash mark as the Wildcats move from right to left. Snap to Mason Cooper. And Cooper handing off. Again, it's Jackson Hare going wide to the short side of the field this time.
Got enough for the first down.
So they didn't have as much territory to work with, but he got to the 23-yard line. So, that's first down.
I thought he gave up a little early, but he knew where he had to go. He just wasn't going to stretch it. Fixing to go under 2 minutes on this opening quarter. 7-0, your Wildcats leading.
First down and 10. Mason Cooper in the shotgun has Jackson Hare step to his left, 2 wide to the far side, 1 to the near side. Give it to Hare, trying to go off right tackle, now bounces outside, still going outside, and crosses the line of scrimmage and steps out of bounds over on the far side at about the 18-yard line.
17-yard line where they're marking it. He just outran him to the sideline there, but they are putting the work out on Jackson. I don't know if they're figuring on resting him some or what, but he has gotten the bulk of the runs so far.
6 yards on that gain, so second down and 4. And once again in the red zone here at the Lake Dallas 17-yard line. Moving to the north end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium.
Pass time right here.
Have an H-back behind the left tackle. And Quinn Harris, the tight end, comes then from right to left.
Another timeout.
And the Wildcats take another timeout. That's surprising. So early in the game.
They didn't like what they looked at there. I think they were fixing to go for Jamorian.
7-0, Sulphur Springs leads. It's Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Say thank you to all those good sponsors of Wildcat football on KSST.
I think we're fixing to throw the ball.
Second and 4 at the Lake Dallas 17-yard line. Sulphur Springs leading 7-0. Snap to Cooper. And here's a little shovel pass going from right to left to Jackson Hare. Hare in the open field, cuts it back at the 5-yard line. He scores standing up.
That started at the 17-yard line, and number 70 is Adrian McCarroll. He was 4 yards deep in the end zone, blocking the only man that had a chance at Jackson. So that shows the dedication of that big lineman.
He's the left guard for the Wildcats. That's an interesting play as Mason Cooper looked like he was running a sprint out to the right, and then he kind of shovel passed it forward to Jackson Hare. That might go as a
it's a pass.
Touchdown
It
pass.
is a pass because if he drops it, it's an incompletion.
Right.
It's a very safe play, so that absolutely is a touchdown pass.
So that's the second touchdown pass for Mason Cooper, who had 6 last week.
I told you he was going to pass it. I just didn't think it was going to be a 2-yarder. But it was number 70 was 4 yards deep in the end zone when Jackson was at the 5. He got there in a hurry.
14-0 with the extra point by Eric Rodriguez. It's Wildcats football on KSST. 81-yard drive in 10 plays for Sulphur Springs. The 17-yard touchdown pass as we have it now. Little shovel pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Hare. Great job of running by Jackson Hare. Again, using his blockers.
He's the best I've seen in a long time. Mercy, that's a high kick.
And this is Eric Rodriguez with a kick to the sideline, the near sideline, and a fair catch taken at the 26-yard line for Lake Dallas by Ryan Young.
Took it at the 26. They're going to give him the 28, but that's okay.
Okay.
So we've got 1:41 left in the opening quarter, and the Wildcats are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They've just been very methodical and just imposing their will on Lake Dallas.
And it's been a heavy dose of Jackson Hare here in the first quarter for Lake Dallas. First down for the Falcons, down 14-0. And now they give it to their other running back that has seen a lot of action, Kevin O'Hary. And he's trying to go off right tackle, cuts it back, but he is caught and dropped for a loss. Well, no, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, I guess. So he did
Truth
get back
Holmes
to the line.
came off of him, and I can't remember. Somebody submarined him and got him, but Truth got him up around the shoulders and took him back. So 1 yard gain, and like you say, I'm not so sure he got that.
Truth Holmes, with 23 tackles coming into the game, of course, is committed to the University of Texas El Paso. Wildcat nose guard. There's a slant in. It is intercepted by Sulphur Springs.
Jeter got in the passing lane, high pointed, and took that one out of there and ran it back to the 19 or to the 24. Great individual job by Jeter.
Matthew Jeter, the interception for Sulphur Springs. That'll be his first of the season. And he returns it on a nice return, Tony, to the 25-yard line.
He laid out and got that. And if he could have gotten his feet under it, he might have scored. But they're going to start him at the 24, I believe. They never know with this group. I bet they go, nope, they're leaving it at 24.
All right, so Sulphur Springs at the Lake Dallas 24-yard line following the interception by Matthew Jeter.
So defense rises up again. Now we got a chance to put another cushion. 21-point first quarter would sound pretty good.
14-0, Sulphur Springs, 53 seconds showing on the clock here in the first period. Wildcats going to the north end zone.
This is where we might try one of those posts. Nope, we're just going to stay right there with
Mason Cooper handing off to Jackson Hare, and tough going here for Hare off left tackle. Gets to the 23, so that's only a gain of 1 yard.
Yep. He works hard for 1 yard, though.
And getting up off the bottom of that pile, Ryan Young, a defensive back for the Falcons. 2nd and 9 for Sulphur Springs.
We do have to snap one more play. We're 1 second behind the clock.
Comes Deacon Carpenter into the game.
Deacon's proven himself. He didn't get much action early, but he's been quite active the last 2 or 3 games.
Aiden Chester, a tight end, coming out for the Wildcats. So it's 2 wide left, 2 wide right for Sulphur Springs. Dobson Martin in the game at running back. Pass over the middle. This is Jackson Virgil for Sulphur Springs. Little comeback route, and he makes the catch and then picks up another couple of yards to the 10-yard line, where it will be 1st and goal for Sulphur Springs.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter at a 14-0 Wildcat lead.
13-yard gain on that pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Virgil. Wildcats lead 14-0 as we go to the second quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Tracks. Start of the second quarter, Wildcats 1st down and goal at the 10-yard line, leading Lake Dallas 14-0.
This has just been an exercise in being a better team and just imposing yourself. This is exactly what we need to do. We need to do this through the second quarter, and then again, like last week, maybe get some of the subs in and stay healthy for next week.
And next week, the Wildcats in the final regular season game play at Frisco Panther Creek, and that will be at the Star, the Cowboys facility in Frisco. So 1st down and goal. Wildcats now moving to the south end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. And look, this looks like Jackson Hare again into the Wildcat, and he hands off. That's interesting, and I guess that was Dobson Martin on the carry. Yeah, Dobson Martin.
We get down this close, a lot of times that's what we do. Here comes Mason back in this time. We just get in there and say we're going your way.
Second down, goal.
So Dobson Martin to the 8-yard line for a gain of 2. Second and goal at the 8, as Tony told you. Mason Cooper, the senior, coming back in at quarterback. Jackson Hare still in the game and will be at the running back position. Matthew Jeter, who had the interception that set up this opportunity, is the H-back behind the right guard. Fake to Hare. Cooper throwing into the end zone.
Ooh, that one got picked. He threw it behind him.
Oh, my.
So
Picked off,
got
intercepted.
a pick in the end zone. Tried to go in and then circle and go back out, and it was just a hair behind him. So that's first kink in the armor for us tonight.
Keenan Fort, 5'10", 145-pound junior defensive back, comes up with the interception at the goal line.
Yep. It was, Virgil nearly got it from him, but it was just a hair behind, and he was able to turn when he got on the ground where that dual possession didn't come into play.
So they're fortunate. Obviously, he was tackled in the end zone, and it's a touchback, and it comes out to the 20.
Yep.
Because he could have been at the 1-yard line.
It was real close, but where he got it, that was legit. So now let's see if Wildcats can hold it right there and get them 3 and out and punt.
Cash Davis still in there at quarterback. He hands off to Kevin O'Heary. Nothing doing there as he goes into the middle of the Wildcat line, and
I think that was Alex King just bear hugged him. Up there saying Jeter.
Matthew Jeter again.
Okay.
But Alex King, by the way, the outside linebacker, leads the Wildcats with 51 tackles coming in tonight, including 3 tackles for loss. One of those Wildcat seniors.
Yeah, we do have Grayson Hardy back at safety again.
So second down and 9 for Lake Dallas. Cash Davis, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun. Play action pass, post pattern to the middle of the field, and incomplete at the 50.
They're trying to make 13 into a good receiver. They've tried to post with him twice, but we had 2 good coverage, double coverage with him there. They had trips on the left and went to the right.
That's Josh Moore. He came into the game with 10 catches for 141 yards, Tony. 6'4", 185-pound senior.
So I'm wondering if he's been hurt or something, because he sure looks like a specimen. He looks like he ought to have more than 10. Looks like he ought to have about 30.
You might have a good point there. He might have been injured. So here is third down and 9. Davis throwing. And is it picked off?
No,
almost.
Nearly. We got under it and tipped it up, but couldn't quite get it. But now we've done our job, 3 and out with just 1 yard of defense, of offense by Lake Dallas. So defense has really done well tonight. They've held them to basically nothing.
That time they were going for DJ Hicks. And it was James Johnson, I think, who almost came up with the interception.
I think so.
For the Cats.
We should come up in their territory unless they get a good – it's straight up. Get out of the way.
4th and 9, Jackson Hare back to return the punt, calls a fair catch at the Lake Dallas 45-yard line.
Hare with the fair catch at the 45.
We almost had a little scuffle there with McCormick and a Lake Dallas at about the 35. Reminds me, did you see the YouTube this week of a kid – on a JV game, pulling another kid's helmet off and just beating him with it?
No.
There's some wild stuff going on in this world.
Well, I'll tell you. That's a 21-yard punt.
Yeah, it got deeper than I thought. I thought it was going to be inside the 40.
So the Wildcats again starting in Lake Dallas territory. That's the 3rd time tonight they have started in Falcon territory. And only on one occasion have they not scored. 14-0, Sulphur Springs, 10-11 left to go in the first half. Wildcats in great position here at the Falcon 45-yard line.
Dobson Martin starting out at running back this time.
Okay,
Hare's in the slot.
Mason Cooper fakes it to Martin, throws to the far side, complete, and down the field with the catch is...
That's Jackson.
Is that Jackson Hare? Okay, yeah, you're right.
When you get a ball right there, he got a good block to get past the first man. That next one was squared up, and he didn't have a chance. Jackson gave him a hip, went around him, and somebody from the inside got him. He is fun to watch.
17 yards on the game. make it 16 as he got to the 29-yard line. First down and 10, Sulphur Springs. Snap to Mason Cooper. Handoff goes to Dobson Martin. I think Martin lost the ball here.
Yep.
It's a loose ball, and it is picked up by Lake Dallas, and here's a big return for the Falcons into Sulphur Springs territory.
Nathan Cornish.
Yeah.
Yep, they stripped it from Dobson at about the 35 and picked it up, and he made a good run back all the way down to the 34 going in. So both of Lake Dallas's decent plays have been turnovers, but I fully expect this defense for the Wildcats to hold them 4 downs now.
So Cornish, I don't know how long that return was. 20.
He got it at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So 20, 30.
36 yards.
36-yard return.
Yep, I think that's pretty close to it.
At the
they just pulled it out of Dobson.
At the Sulphur Springs 34-yard line. This is, I think, the quarterback on the keeper.
Quarterback it was, and Truth knocked him forward 2 yards.
Now, that may have been a Wildcat situation there for Lake Dallas. I think that may have been the receiver we've been talking about, Josh Moore.
I can't see their numbers as good.
It's a gain of 8 yards to the Sulphur Springs 26-yard line.
Is that number 18 as the quarterback?
No, that is now Ben Allen in the quarterback, and it might have been him
12.
that was, I think, probably on the carry that time, Ben Allen on that first down carry. Now they give it off to Bryson Thurman, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage, or maybe not even that.
It'll be 3rd and 1. Let's see if we can hold them here, hold them 2 yards right quick. Get a turnover. We need somebody to break through the line right here.
Thurman, I'll say, got a yard there, so it is 3rd down and 1 at the Sulphur Springs 25. Moving to the north end zone at Gerald Prim. Ben Allen in at quarterback now for Lake Dallas. He takes the snap. He's going to run it, has the first down, and a little bit more as he gets into the Wildcat secondary, and he'll have a first down at the 19-yard line.
All right.
6-yard gain by Ben Allen, the senior quarterback.
7:45 with a running clock in the second quarter.
Wildcats leading 14-0. Alex McCormick made the tackle there for Sulphur Springs. McCormick with 36 tackles, including 2 sacks coming into the game tonight. 1st and 10. Wildcat 19-yard line. First threat for Lake Dallas. Handing off now to Bryson Thurman, going off right tackle and now cutting it back. Gets down to the 16-yard line for a gain of about 3 yards.
Bryce Thurman on the carry, picks up about 4 yards on the play.
So make it 2nd down and 7 is what the scoreboard says.
That's 7.
Sulphur Springs 16-yard line, ball between the hash marks. Wind is really no factor at all tonight.
No, it was compared to the last couple of days.
Boy, man.
I'm kind of glad.
Absolutely. That was wild. I guess that was Wednesday.
And we're real glad we're inside this Bill Bradford press box tonight.
2nd down and 7. They give it again to Bryce Thurman, trying to go wide and cuts it back. And the Wildcats do a good job of containing the play. He gets to the 14-yard line.
Got 2 out of it. Matthew Jeter came all the way from the right side. He was kind of blitzing, and he never gave up, and he was in on that tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, by the time they move the down marker, it will be 3rd and 5. Yeah. Just inside the 15-yard line of the Wildcats. So big play here. Wildcats leading 14-0. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the half, but a big opportunity here for Lake Dallas to get back in the game. Is set up on the fumble recovery and return by Nathan Cornish. 3rd and 4. Wildcats showing blitz. And Allen throwing into the end zone, back corner of the end zone. Touchdown.
He got it, came down with it, lost his helmet. I can't see. It looked like we were offsides. Regardless, it would. It's going to be a touchdown, and it is at number 13.
The back corner of the end zone.
Yep.
And that is Josh Moore, whom we've been talking about, 6'4", 185. That'll be his first touchdown of the season.
I can't believe that. Something's going on to keep him away.
And now all of a sudden we have a ball game. Here's the extra point attempt by Cooper Denshi, and it is good. And it's 14-7 all of a sudden. Sulphur Springs leading by only a touchdown with 5:45 left to go in the first half. It's Wildcats football and KSST. Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here. Wildcats now leading 14-7. That is a relatively short drive there, 24 yards after the fumble recovery by Nathan Cornish. It took him 6 plays, and then the 14-yard pass from Ben Allen to Josh Moore in the back corner of the end zone. Nicely thrown ball, Tony.
Yeah, it was. Looks like they're going to pooch kick again.
Denshi with the kick. And this is basically an onside kick. Very nearly scooped up there by one of the Wildcats.
Jamorian Jeffrey he looked before he got it. All he saw was that scoreboard, and he was fixing to run into it. And he's lucky it went out of bounds, because that one turned out Lake Dallas had a real shot at it as well. So we're going to start at the 43-yard line. I think we'll loosen it up a little bit this time. We've been 90% run or better so far.
That was, for all intents and purposes, I guess, an onside kick.
I guess so. I
kicked it short on the ground.
Right quick. He fooled me, because I was looking to see how high he kicked it, and all of a sudden there it came.
But Jamorian Jeffrey almost got his hands on it and had a chance for a big return.
Yep.
Give to Jackson Hare between the tackles. Again,
got 2.
Expertly using his blockers, waiting for a block, and works his way up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 2 yards, but a well-earned 2 yards.
Yep.
Second and 8, 14-7 the Wildcats.
Our runs are not quite as productive as they were in the first quarter. In that first quarter, we just ran right at them, and we were getting 5 to 8 at a time. So we're going to have to check an edge or do a little passing. We got twins both sides.
Snap to Matthew Cooper. They're changing the play here with 7 seconds on the play clock. Still changing the play. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. They snap it at 1. And Cooper setting up a screen, it appears, giving ground. And now throws it back to the middle of the field. And he's lucky that Jackson Hare was there to catch it. Or maybe he wasn't so lucky.
No, he should have thrown that one in the ground, because we're going to lose 5. No, lose 7.
It's a big loss for the Wildcats.
Yep. Going to lose 7 yards. Going to be 3rd and 15.
He kind of flipped it out there, and Hare leaped up and made the catch, but then he was swarmed by Falcon tacklers back at the 38.
Nathan Cornish again. He's all over the field. He has by far been the dominant player for Lake Dallas so far. And we're lucky that one wasn't tipped or somewhat for a turnover, because that would have been 6. That was one of those that was just blown up.
Not too long ago, the Wildcats were leading 14-0, and they were at the Lake Dallas 8, but an interception turned them away, and it's been a different game since then.
There we go.
Pass over the middle, and this is
Jackson.
Complete, and into Lake Dallas territory it goes.
Jackson Hare for a first down at the 41, and then he gets up and helps the Lake Dallas player up. What a kid.
Yeah, great.
Perfectly thrown ball by Mason Cooper, too.
And that was what, 3rd and 17?
That was 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15?
3rd and 15, and we got about 20 or 21 out of it, I think.
22 yards to Jackson Hare on 3rd and 15.
So clock's running, 3:35 and running. Lake Dallas gets the kickoff to the 3rd quarter, so we need to use this clock up and score.
There's the snap to Cooper, and he throws it out to Quinn Harris in the flat for a bubble screen, but there's no blocking there, and Harris going down hard. Finally took 2 or 3 Lake Dallas Falcons to corral him, but they're going to say that his forward progress was behind the line of scrimmage, so that is a loss.
Lost a couple. That Nathan Cornish got it again. On yours, what size is Cornish? Because he's their player. He's a linebacker, and he's everywhere.
It's a 6'1", 200, Tony, and he is a senior.
He's a strong 6'1" and 200, because he's out here now on the outside linebacker, but he's got both turnovers and making lots of tackles.
2nd and 12, fake to Hare, play action pass. Cooper going deep for Deacon Carpenter.
Oh.
Carpenter, did he get it?
No, that was for Virgil. It was just off his
I thought it was
fingers.
Carpenter.
Did you happen to see the lineman?
No.
The lineman at the snap, it looked like they dropped completely to the ground and then got back up like it was going to be a screen or something, and Cooper backed up and didn't get any rush.
Well, we were both wrong. It was Jamorian Jeffrey.
Was it Jamorian? Okay, I didn't think it was a 0. So.
And he didn't miss by much.
No, I think he got some fingertips. He did a really nice job of laying him out there, and he had 2 men beat.
A post pattern into the end zone. So this now is 3rd and 12 for Sulphur Springs from the Lake Dallas 43-yard line. Cooper back to throw, in trouble, and going to be sacked.
Got him? Guess who's got him?
Cornist.
That boy's a player.
And forward progress.
49-yard line.
Sulphur Springs,
Sulphur
49.
Springs. So that's a loss of about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
We got
And 4th and long here for Sulphur Springs. And we have a timeout. It's not yet the 2-minute timeout.
No, they're trying to get one before the 2-minute.
Like Dallas is.
I think so.
Well, they're showing 2 timeouts on the scoreboard, I believe.
They haven't turned it yet.
Okay. So 4th and 20. Scoreboard says 20. I guess that would be correct. Yeah, 4th and 20.
Yeah, I think referee's having trouble with the mic.
So again, the Wildcats seem to be running away with this game not too long ago, 14-0. Matthew Jeter had intercepted the ball at the Lake Dallas 24-yard line. They went to the 8, and then there was an interception for Lake Dallas, and a touchback gave them the ball at the 20. They had to punt. Wildcats got it back, and then the fumble recovered by Nathan Cornist and returned 36 yards to the Sulphur Springs 24-yard line. And they went on for a 14-yard touchdown pass from Ben Allen to Josh Moore to make it 14-7. So all of a sudden, this is looking like a tough game for the Wildcats.
Yep, and we've got to withstand 2 minutes. They're trying to correct the clock, and the referee's microphone is not working. There they've got it at 2:15, and he hadn't signaled, but I feel certain that Lake Dallas called the timeout because they'll still get another timeout for the 2-minute timeout.
Coming up maybe after this play. So this is Jackson Hare back to punt for the Wildcats. Single return man back at the 15-yard line or between the 15 and the 20. For Lake Dallas, Hare kicking to the sideline. It's hard to say where that went out of bounds.
That went out. I think that's going to be outside the 30 to the 35. That wasn't much to it. It's going to be around the 35. Nope, 31.
31.
I think we're pretty fortunate right there. I think he was kicking away from the receiver, but not that much.
Yeah, he was definitely kicking to the sideline, but as Tony says, I don't think he intended to.
So 2:08 left till halftime, so there'll be at least one play before the 2-minute timeout. And Wildcats all of a sudden need to play some defense to keep from being tied going into half. Like you say, the tide has turned right now. We need to get a turnover or at least stay status quo.
That was a 19-yard punt. And Ben Allen passing, and again they go to Josh Moore.
Yep.
Over on the far side, down and out.
He's going to have his 10 receptions in the first half, just about. That's got to be at least 4.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's an 8-yard gain there.
And he went out there. They could be setting up an out and up on him.
2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line. Wildcats leading 14-7. 2:02 left to go, so we'll have the 2-minute warning after this play. Snap to Allen.
Same play.
Allen passing once again and complete to, I guess, Josh Moore.
Yep. 7 yards and a first down and 1:58, so we'll have the 2-minute timeout right now.
And first down on that pass, and Moore steps out of bounds. So the Wildcats leading 14-7, in which is all of a sudden a very competitive football game.
Yep.
Wildcat football continues after this on KSST. With 1:58 left to go. In the first half, Sulphur Springs leading 14-7.
Referee put the ball in play, and we've got part of our band members being recognized that during the timeout, we were fixing to have an issue.
Wildcat Band, by the way, going back to the state marching band competition November 5th in San Antonio after an excellent performance at the area meet this past week at Longview Pine Tree. First down and 10 for Lake Dallas. And again, throwing to the sideline, and this is Gavin Young who makes the catch. And
McCormick and Wisnan on the tackle.
The gain to the Sulphur Springs 45-yard line. That's first down.
We're fixing to go big to Ben Allen.
And it's picked off
there
in the flat.
Go.
And this is Gio Ibarra. Great move at the 25-yard line. Gio Ibarra. Touchdown, Sulphur Springs. His second interception and second touchdown
off of the interception. That's what the doctor ordered right there. That kind of put things back in perspective. And boy, once he had it and had his bearings, there was no doubt he was gone to the house. Great job, Gio Ibarra.
So he made that interception about the 40-yard line?
About 45, I'm going to say.
45? All right, so we're going to call that a 55-yard interception return. Now, the one at Salina a couple of weeks ago, I was told, Tony, after the fact, was a 100-yard return.
Really?
The kick now by Eric Rodriguez is up and good at 21-7. That'll change the game.
In a matter of one play, the complexion completely balanced out again. So that's the defense has really performed well. And the offense has too. The two turnovers just happenstance, but defense has really risen up too.
Wildcats lead at 21-7. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. At first, I thought it was Creed Wisenhunt, Tony, that had intercepted, but then I saw Gio's number 3.
Before I could square up on the 3, I thought Jackson Hare had gone to defense because I could have sworn it was 7, and who's going to doubt he can do that too?
Boy. But how about Gio Ibarra?
Gio,
he's fun, isn't he?
And he's been on the big boy too and done well.
55-yard interception return and an excellent cutback at about the 20-yard line to evade the tackler for Lake Dallas.
Got a fair catch at about the 27-yard line for
short kick toward the far
Lake
side.
Dallas.
Yep.
So a minute 36 now. Now we need to run that clock off without giving up any points, and that extra touchdown makes a big difference. But now that Lake Dallas has a decision, are you going to try to throw it and risk another turnover? Because I think they were just setting us up for an out and up or more.
They start from their 28-yard line. Sulphur Springs leading 21-7. Lake Dallas one timeout showing on the scoreboard here.
They're going
now
deep.
Ben Allen throwing deep, post pattern, and misses his man at about the 30-yard line. Wildcat had him really well covered there.
Gavin Young was the receiver, and Wisenhunt passed him at the last, and he made a dive, and he was far and away the closest receiver.
Right.
Perfect there. I knew they were going to try it deep. I thought they'd be trying it with more, but who knows? They mess around here, we got a timeout left. We'll score again.
Creed Wisenhunt, the free safety, of course, the regional 100-meter sprint champion last spring. Terrific speed. 2nd and 10. The 28-yard line. Throwing over the middle and has his man, looks like close to the 40-yard line. That is DJ Hicks. Yeah.
First down, stop. The clock's going to stop now. It started up again, minute 20 and rolling.
Gain of 12, first down. Ball on the near hash mark. They move right to left. Snap to Ben Allen. Rolling out to his right, feeling some pressure. And it is picked off again. Sulphur Springs.
There's what you got. I think that's 15. I think that's going to be Matthew Jeter with his second interception.
Wow, his second interception of the first half.
That one they just threw right to him. He's done a good job of getting in the passing lane, but it looked like he just all of a sudden forgot what color jersey he was wearing. So, minute 7 left. I think the Wildcats are fixing to at least get a field goal attempt off right here, so things are really looking good if we can throw this one into another 7 points.
Matthew Jeter, his second interception of the first half. He did not have an interception coming into this game.
Yeah.
And he's now tied for the lead, the team lead, with Gio Ibarra, who just had one moments ago and returned it 55 yards for a touchdown down the near sideline.
I was thinking that there may be something going on with the officials, but now all they were trying to do is get a game ball. Well, there must have been. Well, I bet they're going to get us for celebration, and I don't blame them. 15 yards for unsportsmanlike after the play, I imagine. Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Against Sulphur Springs.
Okay, blindside block is that signal. Okay. That's okay. That's an effort play.
That was the referee Mike D. Jones, whom we were told has been a referee now for 50 years, making the call there. So back at the 44-yard line in Sulphur Springs territory. First down and 10, play action pass. Matthew Cooper throwing over the middle. And
looks like Virgil or
incomplete.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jamorian. No, yeah. That was
18.
Yeah,
Jamorian
Jeffrey, incomplete.
Kind of threw into some traffic there.
So second down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wildcats up 21-7, 1:01 showing on the clock before halftime.
I like throwing the ball right now. Throw it deep. See if you can get something else. We can always punt.
Right.
But Jackson Hare's in the backfield now. Sometimes his little run up the middle is about like a deep throw.
Snap to Mason Cooper, sprinting out to his right, passing, complete.
Like
and
Carpenter.
Into Lake Dallas territory it goes.
That's Deacon.
That's Deacon Carpenter with the catch.
He didn't get out of bounds. He did get a first down, so we got clock stop for the first down. 51 seconds, so we'll get a play in right quick. Still got time to be going.
They mark the ball at the Lake Dallas 46-yard line, near hash mark. 3 wide left, 1 wide right. Fake to Hare. Cooper passing and caught.
I think that's
at the 36-yard line.
Carpenter.
It's Deacon Carpenter again.
Clock's running, so he was right at the first down, and he moved back. So now they spike it. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Was 2nd and 1,
yep.
And the spike makes it 3rd and 1. Wildcats do have 1 timeout.
Yep.
30
Saving
seconds.
It a little bit, but I think we used it right there. Carpenter, if he hadn't had to come back for the ball, had the first down, but he had to dive backwards, and they made a good spot on it. So now you got 2 downs to get your first downs. They'll probably run this one.
Of course, they may have in mind a field goal attempt by Eric Rodriguez. He's 3 of 4 this year. Give it to Jackson Hare. Hare, a stiff arm. Going off tackle to the right, still going out wide, and is out of bounds.
Got his first down and saved the time by going out. I knew once he got outside, he was good. 22 seconds left and a fresh set of downs, so we're going to control the ball for the last half. I still think we'll make at least 1 or 2 bids for the end zone here with pass.
Hare out of bounds at the Lake Dallas 31-yard line, first down and 10, 22 seconds on the clock. Wildcats leading 21-7. One
still
timeout.
Just a 3-man rush, too. They're not showing blitz.
Fake to Hare. Cooper in the pocket and passing. Yeah, I think that was touched by one of the Falcon linemen. 2nd and 10. 31-yard line.
18 seconds.
Yeah, 18 seconds. I would say, let's see, if we kicked it from here, it would be put down at about the 38. That's a 48-yard field goal. That would be about the extent of Eric Rodriguez's range.
I would say we need to get 10 more, and then we'd be looking good.
Yeah. 2nd and 10, and Cooper, feeling the pressure, tries to get it off over the middle to Jackson Hare, but it falls incomplete at his ankles.
Jackson was a safety valve, started out blocking and went out. The last couple of passes have been underthrown, so we need Mason to load up again this time. 3rd and 10, 16 seconds. Now we do need that 10-yard instead of the home run. Of course, a home run looked good, but
if you have any thought of the field goal,
Yep.
you want to get in better position. Fake to Jackson Hare on this 3rd down and 10. Passing over the middle. It is complete inside the 20. Once again, that's
Virgil.
That's Jackson Virgil with the catch to the 16. And they stop the clock to move the chains with 10 seconds showing.
Why are they not? There's the clock.
Now they're going to roll the
They're
clock.
going to spike it. Well, I think we should have used our timeout right there because now we can't afford to run a play. That wasn't very good use of the clock. If we'd have called timeout, we'd have had one play before. So we're going to have to go field goal here.
5 seconds on the clock. 21-7 Sulphur Springs. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10 at the 17-yard line. Is that right?
17.
So you put it down to 24, be a 34-yard field goal.
There comes Rodriguez. That's what we're fixing to do. So that's
he is, I said 3 of 4, 3 of 5 on his field goal attempts. His long has been 36. So this is within his range.
got some kind of discussion going on between referee and Faircloth.
Angle will be to the left. Ball is on the near hash mark. Eric Rodriguez, the senior kicker for Sulphur Springs, coming on.
So they've got it set down.
It'll be 33.
Yep.
33-yard kick.
That's well within his range.
Matthew Jeter, who has 2 interceptions, the deep snapper. Mason Cooper, the holder.
And now the referee's looking at something on the scoreboard or somewhere. A lot of confusion here on this last play.
Referee Mike D. Jones stepped in there and admonished someone. 33-yard field goal attempt by Eric Rodriguez with 5 seconds showing on the clock before halftime. Wildcats leading 21-7. There's the snap, ball down. Kick is on the way.
Looks good.
Kick
there
is
it
good.
is. Boy, that was good by another 15 yards. Great job. And that ran out the clock. It was so high. So 24-7 lead for the Wildcats at halftime. It's a lot different than that 14-7 looked.
Right, just a short time ago. So we have to add here that 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad track says, way to go Wildcats, for that 33-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez. And the Wildcats lead 24-7 at halftime, a field goal in the final play of the first half. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST brought to you by the Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. And by the way, for the touchdowns this first half by Deacon Carpenter, Jackson Hare, and Gio Ibarra, and the field goal by Eric Rodriguez, 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad track says, way to go Wildcats, 24-7. The Wildcats leading at halftime. And Tony, this is kind of a strange first half. It looked like there in the first quarter Sulphur Springs was going to run away and hide.
Yep.
Then Lake Dallas made this tremendous charge, and the game suddenly got quite tense. But that interception and the return by Gio Ibarra really changed the complexion of the game.
About 3 or 3.5 minutes left of the half, we were sitting at 14-7, and all of that turnaround was from that one man, that Nathan Cornish from Lake Dallas. He was intercepting, stealing a fumble, and making big tackles, and he was all over everywhere, but all of a sudden Gio made us forget about him.
Picked it off at the 45-yard line, ran it back down the near sideline, made a nice move, cutting back to the inside around the 20.
Yep.
And took it on into the end zone for his second touchdown on an interception this season. He had an interception late in the game against Salina, and I think we originally said it was 96 yards or something. You only get the chance to see it once without a replay, and I was told later that it was a 100-yard return by
it was a bunch.
Ibarra in that game against Salina. Certainly the highlight of that game. So the Wildcats got on the board first, and they took the opening kickoff. In fact, it was a nice return by Keyshawn John of 29 yards on a short kick to the Lake Dallas 46-yard line. And Deacon Carpenter, it was a 7-yard touchdown pass, 7-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to make it 7-0. With 7:52 left to go in the first quarter. Wildcats came back on their second possession following a punt. They went 81 yards in 9 plays. The touchdown came on, Tony, what was a shovel pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Hare.
Very safe pass.
As Cooper was spreading right and Hare coming back to the left, and Mason Cooper just kind of shoveled it forward to him, and Hare did a nice job of running in the open field and got across the goal line, a 17-yard touchdown to make it 14-0. That came late in the first quarter, 1:41 to go. Then Matthew Jeter had the first of his 2 interceptions in the first half, and the Wildcats had the ball.
That was a beautiful interception.
It was a diving interception, and they had the ball at the Lake Dallas 24, drove down to the 8, but then Lake Dallas came up with an interception. Keenan Fort on the interception, and he made the interception just inside the end zone, so they got a touchback, got it out to the 20-yard line, but unable to do anything with the ball. They punted, and the Wildcats then, again with great field position at the Lake Dallas 45-yard line, but as Tony mentioned, Nathan Cornist recovered a fumble for Lake Dallas, returned it 36 yards to the Sulphur Springs 24-yard line. And they went on to get a 14-yard touchdown pass from Ben Allen to Josh Moore in the back corner of the end zone to make it 14-7 with 5:45 left to go. Wildcats then had to punt the ball back to Lake Dallas, and Lake Dallas was starting to move the ball again, Tony, with the score 14-7, and that's when Gio Ibarra picked off that pass and ran it back 55 yards for a touchdown to make it 21-7. Then the Wildcats got their second interception of the night by Matthew Jeter just before the end of the half. They drive down at the gun, so to speak, to end the first half, the final play of the first half, a 33-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez.
And that ball was at the top of the uprights when it went over from there. It was good for at least another 20 yards. So put that in your hip pocket later on in the year if it becomes necessary.
I think he's capable of kicking one from 45 to 50 yards.
From that it is. Of course, next week, being indoors, no wind, everything comes in play.
That will be the game versus Frisco Panther Creek at the Star, the Dallas Cowboys practice facility, but of course that's also a great high school football facility there in Frisco, and that is where the Wildcats will play Frisco Panther Creek next Friday night. That's going to be a huge game, and we're looking forward to that. But it's 24-7, the Wildcats leading over Lake Dallas here at halftime. So this thing has swung back wildly. It looked like Sulphur Springs was going to run away, then Lake Dallas looked like they were going to make a game of it. Halloween.
It's Halloween.
And then the last 3 or 4 minutes of the first half, the Wildcats come back and open up that 24-7 lead at halftime.
We do have North Dallas with the opening kickoff of the third quarter, so we've got to play defense, and if we hold them right there and then come down and score again, then the balance of power is back where it needs to be.
Well, let's talk about some other things going on. The Sulphur Springs Lady Cats won their by-district match versus Wills Point Thursday night, 3-0. Lady Cats now 31-9 for the season, and next they play Lindale, by-district winners over Longview Pine Tree. Tony, as of this morning, I had not seen a date or site. It may have been announced sometime today.
Yeah, I don't know.
I expect that will be Tuesday night of next week. We'll see if we can look that up for you here at halftime. Wildcat Band at the area meet this past week at Longview Pine Tree, and once again they qualified to go to the state meet, the state marching band competition in San Antonio in the Alamo Dome on November 5th. Man, oh man, that Wildcat Band. We'll be hearing from them shortly here at halftime, but good going band. Other games this evening around the area, 3A Division I 7th-ranked Commerce at Raines tonight. Tigers coached by former Wildcat John McSheffrey, who played on that 2008 state championship team. Mineola at Eustis. Mount Vernon at home versus Malakoff. Tough game there for Mount Vernon. Como-Picton at Rivercrest, Cumbie at Maud, Alba Golden at Paul Pewitt, and in six-man football tonight, Campbell at St. Joe. Winsboro is open.
I've got a few scores.
Good.
That's got some of them. Honey Grove is leading Cooper 28-15 at halftime. Pittsburgh is losing to Pleasant Grove out of Texarkana 37-7. That's a big game in 4A. D2. Flower Mound Marcus 14, Little Elm Lobos 3 at halftime. Greenville losing to Kaufman 21-7. Cumbie losing to Maud 24-16 at halftime. Commerce is only up 16-6 over Emory with 3 minutes into halftime, so that's a little bit of a shock to me. Panther Creek is up 24-0 over Aubrey with 6 minutes left at halftime, till halftime. Malakoff is ahead of Mount Vernon 21-14, and Community is down 54-0 to Salina at the 2-minute timeout. Bless their hearts. Sometimes you just ought to go home.
I feel for those kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a lot of courage to just show up and take a beating every week.
Absolutely. And one thing I was looking forward to saying and didn't get a chance in the first half is we need to, not in that same context, but we need to applaud Mason Cooper. Senior quarterback that has never played very much, came in with this injury, and he's done a very admirable job. But to stay with the program when you're not a starter and don't get all the accolades, there's a whole lot of Mason Cooper stories out there, but he's getting to live his dream a little bit right now, and we really ought to applaud him.
You bet. He's the kind of kid, I have no idea what his ambitions are, but he's the kind of kid that would make a great coach.
He absolutely would.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in 7-4A, the Wildcats district, Salina is at 4-0 in the district, 8-0 in regular season play in the full season. Panther Creek at 3-1 and 7-1 for the season. Wildcats at 3-1, so as of right now, tied with Panther Creek for second place. And then they play next week in Frisco at the Star.
Yep, that's going to determine seed 2-3.
Paris is 2-3 in the district with a 5-4 overall record. And then Aubrey 2-3, 3-6 for the season. Lake Dallas here tonight 1-3, 4-4 for the season. Community 0-4 and 1-7.
Yep.
So not to get too deep into this, but looking at 8-4A Division I, which is the district we're matched up again at the by-district level.
Correct.
So Carter is 5-0. Dallas Carter, whom we have seen 3 years in a row in by-district. Lincoln is 5-1. Kimball is 4-1. Pinkston is 3-2. So it matters whether the Wildcats finish second. They would need to beat Panther Creek next week to finish second, and then you would play the number 3 team out of that district.
And didn't you say Lincoln and Kimball play next week in that district?
Carter and Lincoln play next week.
Carter and Lincoln, okay.
They play Thursday night, so we will know Friday.
We'll know what the standings are by the time we play.
Kimball plays North Dallas, which is much more competitive than it used to be. They're 3-3 in the district and 4-5 for the season, so that's not a gimme for Kimball.
Yep. But
the Carter-Lincoln game is going to go a long way toward determining who Sulphur Springs will play in the by-district game. And obviously the Wildcats game next Friday night at the Star against Frisco Panther Creek is the thing that's going to mainly determine
it's going to be, and we better be ready. It's going to be
buckle up.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be great playing at the Star, but it's going to be one of these, wow, look at this, and you're going to have a lot of distractions. So I hope they go early, let them do the walk around and get used to it a little bit, because when it comes game time, we better have that chin strap buckled as tight as it is, because we're going to have this is going to be the next best team to Salina.
Right.
And I'm not so sure they're not better than Salina. Salina beat them by a touchdown. I'm not sure that Salina's the better team.
And I did not check this week. As far as I know, Panther Creek is ranked 7th in the state. The Wildcats are ranked 10th this week, by the way. Sulphur Springs back in the top 10 after having fallen out, having lost to Salina. But now the Wildcats are again ranked 10th in the state. So that is a huge game next Friday night, presuming that the Wildcats hold on and win here. leading 24-7 at the half. That will be a very, very big game, not only in the district, but really statewide.
And the fans need to make every effort to be over there and support the Wildcats too, because I almost hoped it was going to be 30 degrees and drizzling a little bit, with the fact we're going to be indoors and really take advantage of it. But that is if you haven't been to the Star, it is a gorgeous place to watch football, and of course fully indoors, Wildcat or the Cowboy practice facility. But I went a couple of years ago and watched a doubleheader with Highland Park and John Tyler and Longview and some of them, and I mean, it was nasty outside. It was so nice to just sit there in that comfort, but just look around and say, this is what high school football gets to do some places.
College games, we've had quite a few Texas teams have already played this week. Tuesday night, Kennesaw State over UT El Paso 33-20. James Madison beat Texas State 52-20. The Bobcats have kind of fallen back after a good start. Thursday, UT San Antonio over Tulane 48-26. And tonight, Memphis is playing at Rice. Sam Houston is at Louisiana Tech. And then tomorrow at 11, Vanderbilt at Texas. That'll be on ABC. All the big games pretty much at 11 Saturday, with one exception. Miami at SMU at 11 tomorrow. That's a big game.
That's a big game, but if you're an SMU fan, you might want to wince a little bit. I'm afraid that one's going to be a biggie.
That's on ESPN. West Virginia at Houston on FS1. These are all at 11 o'clock tomorrow, so your channel changer is going to get a workout.
Yep.
Central Florida at Baylor. ESPNU at 11. And here's the one that I would like to watch. I hope I get to see some of it. Navy at North Texas. Navy is 7-0.
Yep.
North Texas,
a good run.
7-1.
Yep.
So that's going to be a great game. That will be on ESPN too.
Where is that?
That is in Denton.
In Denton. That would be interesting.
2:30 Texas Tech at Kansas State.
That's big. That's real big for the Big 12.
And then at 6 tomorrow night, East Texas A&M at Southeast Louisiana. So there's your college football
I've got to get on
situation.
The horn and figure out how to watch some of this. YouTube TV took ABC and ESPN off last night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I hadn't figured out how to get it, so I may be coming knocking on somebody's door tomorrow to watch TV. Look for a big recliner and a Coke.
Well, you can come to our house, although I won't be there. But I'll be over in Dallas doing my Texas State Network.
Josh is supposed to be sending me some instructions on how to find it, so I may be up all night trying to figure it out with all these early games.
All right, we have our Blue Blazes on the field in Halloween costumes here tonight, supported by the Sulphur Springs High School Band, and here they are.
Officers of this historic line are your Junior Lieutenants J. Lee Johnson and Abby Noguera, Senior Lieutenant Irma Moreno, Co-Captain Kara Fagan, and leading your Blazes onto the field tonight, your Captain Emma Palacios. Blazes want to recognize this week's Julia Wilhite State Farm Blazes of the Week, Riley Matthews, and their Spirit Girl of the Week, Brielle Brown. And this week's Spotlight teacher, Coach Bailey Dorner. The Blue Blazes can't thank their sponsors enough for their ongoing support this year. Sponsors include Nation Funding, Corner Grub House, RJW Hauling, J&T Dolzer and Mulching, Nottingham Dodge, Larry and Sherry Finney, the Fuller family, the Palacios family, Highway 19 Construction, the Sign Shop, House of Sabo, Bob Evans, Slaughter's Barbecue, Wyatt's Towing, Credit Union of Texas, HTO, Hondo's Home Services, GNS Custom Cabinets, Cornerstone Renovations, and Burris Laundry Services. Also, they want to send a special shout out to their gentlemen of the field and their managers. The Blue Blazes are under the direction of alumni member Mrs. Meredith Dial and assistant director, also alumni member, Trinity Martin.
Now join the Blazers as they step up the excitement with an entertaining step routine to I Get Around.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Your 2025 state band for the fourth year in a row. Man, oh man, that Wildcat band. The band is being led onto the field by drum majors Kenny Gibson, Rafael Flores, Anthony Small, and Charles McDermott. Our Wildcat Band members of the week are all 37 of our amazing seniors who are marching in their final home performance and are among the first class in state history to qualify for the UIL state contest all 4 years. Tonight, the Wildcat Band performs their 2025 UIL competition show, Stained Glass. Now sit back, enjoy the Sulphur Springs Wildcat Band and Stained Glass. We are proud to recognize this year's band senior class of 2026. Seniors, please come forward. These 37 band seniors represent numerous sweepstakes awards, 2 All-Staters, and now 4 trips to the UIL State Marching Contest. Tonight, they are all marching the field, their final home show. Band senior class of 2026, take a bow and be recognized. And now, we're excited to present this year's Band Beau and Band Sweetheart as voted on by the Wildcat Band. The 2025 Band Beau is Kevin Gibson. And the 2025 Band Sweetheart is Dylan McKinney. Congratulations to the both of you. And now, on with the show.
Oh yeah! I forgot to build a dinosaur!
State. Prelim performance is at 3:30. And go Wildcats!
We are at halftime, and the Wildcats are leading over Lake Dallas 24-7. We'll come back with the start of the second half when Wildcat football continues after this on KSST. Just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here as the Wildcats will be kicking off to Lake Dallas to start the second half. Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks.
Had a little delay getting the clock set. Now they're back setting up and going. We're ready to go.
Eric Rodriguez set the kick for the Wildcats.
Looks like he's going to pooch kick it to the 30 over here.
Only backing off 4 steps from where the ball is teed up at the 40, and he does kick it short to the near side, and a fair catch called for at the 25-yard line or thereabouts.
Ryan Young with a fair catch. Tell you what, Rodriguez can really kick that ball high for the short, too.
Yeah, he is a very skilled kicker.
He absolutely is. Real unassuming young man, size-wise and all that, but he is skilled. Yeah. Hopefully he'll get a chance to do something at the next level, too.
You bet. So first down at the 25-yard line for Lake Dallas, trailing 24-7. They'll be moving to the south end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. And the snap goes to the quarterback, and that is Cash Davis back in the game. He hands off. And this is Kevin O'Heary over the left side, and he's all the way out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 7 yards.
Truth was in there and got him, but that's 2 times that Truth has carried him about 3 yards forward on the tackle. So he's going to have to start calf roping him a little bit and pulling back on him.
Second down and 3 for Lake Dallas. Ball's on the far hash or close to it. And the snap again to Davis in the shotgun. He gives it to O'Heary going right, and he is not going to be able to get very far, but then he cuts it back and does a pretty nice job of scratching out a couple of yards up to the 34-yard line.
Out of nothing.
He was going to his right. Looked like the Wildcats had him bottled up, but then he cut it back.
Trey Pennell on the tackle there. 3rd and 1 now. Let's see if we can get some penetration and forcing. Defense comes out big right there at the back.
Direct snap to O'Heary with Davis under center, and he goes to the right side.
Snap went back to O'Heary.
And looks like he gets the first down at the 35-yard line.
Yep, he barely made it. We really all of a sudden jumped up there and had 9 men on the line of scrimmage. If they'd have had an alternative, they could have dropped a pass on us. But as it was, they got their first down.
The starting quarterback, Cash Davis, is back in there. Ben Allen saw most of the action in the second quarter. Snap to Davis. Hands off to O'Heary, and a big hole for O'Heary over the left side. And he shoots through that hole across the 40, across the 45, up to the 47-yard line for a gain of 12 yards.
Grayson Hardy made the tackle.
Grayson Hardy, the free safety, or actually the strong safety, makes the tackle for the Wildcats. Hardy with 35 tackles coming into the game.
I think he's getting more tackles now that he's back at the safety.
I think you're right.
He's more in the middle of the field. He gets to every play.
Again, O'Heary on the handoff. Going to his right and cutting it back slightly, and a short gain for him out to the 48-yard line. I guess that's just 1 yard.
About yard and a half is all he got there.
So second down and 9 for Lake Dallas. First possession of the second half. Wildcats lead 24-7. Lake Dallas approaching midfield here. Cash Davis, the 6'2 junior quarterback in the shotgun, has a back to his right. That's O'Heary. Gives it to O'Heary as they fake the run-pass option there, and O'Heary going to his left and is going nowhere.
I think that was Truth, and Wisnut got in there.
Alex McCormick also.
They did him a favor by leaving him at the line of scrimmage. I didn't think he got back, but they kept him right there. So 3rd and 9.
Big play here for the Falcons and for the Wildcat defense. Sulphur Springs leading 24-7.
My man Josh Moore is out on this side checking his play.
Had a 17-yard touchdown pass and several others in the first half. 6'4", 185, Josh Moore.
4 people down here on this side, 1 on the other.
Yeah, they have 4 receivers in a bunch here to the near side. Davis giving ground. They're setting up a tunnel screen, but it is not going to be very successful as the Wildcats all over that. That is Gavin Young, who caught the ball. I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He didn't. Zay Godbolt, I think, is one that came in there and popped him. He didn't make the tackle, but he spun him like a top, and then the reinforcements came and got him. It was either Zay or Alex King, 26, I think.
Lost a yard back to the Falcon 47-yard line. And here is the punt. Then it's going to be a fake and throwing the ball, and it is incomplete. The punter throwing a pass for Gavin Young.
T.J. Bolden broke it up. It wouldn't have mattered if he'd have caught it because he was going to be caught for no gain, and they needed 9 yards. So once again, Wildcat defense comes through, and we're going to start out on the 47-yard line going in.
The punter, Cooper Denchey, trying to throw in the middle for Gavin Young. But Wildcats having none of it, and they have, again, great field position at the Lake Dallas 47-yard line.
That one was just blown up from the get-go because where he threw it, there was basically no chance.
That seems like a desperation move, Tony.
Yeah, it's trying to get something, but you've got to hit a bigger homer than that.
Here comes a blitz. Wildcats hand it off. And I think this is Jackson Hare off left tackle. Hare across the 45 down to about the 43.
Long 4, short 5. Looked like going to be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Be 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats.
Working heavy off that left side where we've got McCarroll and Vincent.
Yeah. They were
Not a bad spot to come.
They were coming with outside blitz that time.
That was my man Cornish, the 0 that's Mr. Everything.
3-man front for Lake Dallas. Snap to Mason Cooper. Give it to Jackson Hare. You can see him reading those blocks, but there's just nothing there for him that time.
Not that time. We're doing that one. That one was just a little slow developing.
He might have got a yard.
Looks like, gave him 2.
Actually gets 2 yards to the 41.
3rd and 4.
Did better than I thought.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4 at the Lake Dallas 41-yard line. Wildcats leading 24-7. Clock is rolling with 6:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Little report from World Series, bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Dodgers. 2 outs, run our own 2nd for Toronto. So Dodgers are trying to get to play one more.
Here's the 3rd and 4 play. Give it to Jackson Hare. Hare between the tackles, probing the line, using his blockers, feeling his way, and gets to the 38-yard line. He'll be about a yard short.
A yard short, but we'll be going for it. Here comes look at the beef coming in.
Wow.
We're going north on this play.
Truth Holmes is coming in, and also this is
Trip
McIntyre comes in.
I bet we go left tackle. Got a Wildcat with Jackson up there. He can go either side.
And you got big Vincent Johnson at left tackle going 350.
So where is 0? We're going to go against opposite 0. I think we'll come left.
Snap to Jackson Hare on this 4th and 1. Hare over the right side has the first down. Great blocking by the Wildcat line there, and he gets to about the 30-yard line.
He just kind of tippy-toed and got through there. Nobody could put a lick on him. Very easy first down at the 29-yard line.
4th and 1, they got 8.
On just a Wildcat up the middle. But you put that much meat in there, it's hard to stop. And again, North Dallas, like us, is just putting a 3-man rush on the defense. Ours has worked out. We started earlier in the season. I didn't really like it, but they've developed into it and have taken to it now.
Actually, they got to the 29-yard line. This is first down. Play action pass. Cooper recruiting, has a man out there. That's Jackson Hare. Touchdown.
What a play.
Post pattern.
Yep.
And Hare makes the catch 2 yards deep in the end zone. And the Wildcats jump out to that 30-7 lead now.
There you go. I knew we'd open it up pretty quick.
So that's the 3rd touchdown pass of the night for Mason Cooper.
9 in 2 weeks. That's not a bad couple of weeks.
That's all right. 29-yard TD pass.
Perfectly thrown. Had very good protection. Was able to sit back there.
And Hare had a couple of steps on the defender.
Yep.
And the extra point by Eric Rodriguez. Up and good. He has not missed this season. 31-7. The Wildcats comfortably in front now with 5:22 left to go third quarter. This is Wildcats football on KSST. It's a 47-yard drive for the Wildcats in 5 plays if Lake Dallas ran a fake punt and gave the Wildcats the ball at their own 47-yard line. 29-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Hare. And by the way, 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad track says way to go, Wildcats.
It's a perfectly thrown ball. Mason Cooper can throw the football.
Here's the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff by Eric Rodriguez. Again, they kick it to the sideline, and a fair catch at around the 28-yard line.
Young again with the fair catch at the 29-yard line. First down, Falcons.
5:22 left, and what we need right now is we talk about that happy clock each week. We need a happy clock, no injuries, get this game under our belt, and then turn toward Frisco Panther Creek.
All right. This game turned around on that 55-yard interception return for a touchdown by Gio Ibarra late in the first half. This was getting to be kind of a tense contest at that point.
I could see this turning in just like Paris, where Paris took the lead in the third quarter.
That's right. It felt very much like that. Great point. First down, Lake Dallas, and they keep it on the ground, go off left tackle and get a nice gain here.
It's probably that O'Hare again. He's pretty good chunk.
Kevin O'Hare.
He looks like he ought to be a guard. He gets up a little gimpy there, but he's set at the table quite a bit.
5'8", 192.
Yeah.
He came in with 479 yards rushing, 5.4 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns.
When you got 200 yards and only go 5'8", that's a little chunk.
2nd and 6. Again, O'Hare, and he jumps away from a tackler, jump cut there, and comes across the 35 up to the 37 for another nice gain.
About another 4 yards. We'll make it 3rd and 2.
This is a senior-laden team, though, for Lake Dallas, Tony. Most of their key guys, O'Hare is a senior. So.
Okay. So there's a whole bunch of them because we're the same way.
2nd and 2. Or 3rd and 2, I'm sorry. Third and two for Lake Dallas from the 37-yard line. Ball between the hash marks as they move left to right. Snap to Davis, the quarterback. Gives it to O'Hare again, going right, cuts it back, and he breaks into the clear and gets all the way to midfield. Big gain there of 12 yards, 13 yards.
Medlock rode him down, but he got through that first charge and got the first down. Clock's moving inside 4 minutes.
After a Falcon first down at the 50.
So O'Hare making his presence known here for Lake Dallas in the third quarter.
Look at that boy down here at the bottom, though. They're going to try another shot with him.
That's Josh Moore, the 6'4", 185-pound wideout who had a touchdown in the first half. And Cash Davis throwing to the far side, complete in the flat over there. Long pass there, Tony.
Gavin Young, maybe?
Across the field. Yes, that is Gavin Young.
He kind of slipped and got up a little bit gimpy there, but he's staying in for right now.
Gain is to the Wildcat 44-yard line. Gain of 6.
6-yarder, 2nd and 4.
Yep. 2nd and 4. So this is a nice drive for Lake Dallas, trailing 31-7.
That's the deal. It's a nice drive, but it's taking time off the clock, too, that they don't have.
Just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is O'Hare going wide to the right, makes the corner, turns upfield, and lowers his shoulder as he crosses the 30-yard line down to about the 29.
Iberia on the stop, but he had a head of steam up, and he hated to meet up with him on that one, but he made the stop. But it's good enough for a first down at the 29.
29, right. 29. That's 15 yards on the gain there by Kevin O'Hare.
Yep, he got outside, and nobody flushed the edge on that one, so he got up ahead of steam.
They have driven from their own 28-yard line to the Wildcat 29. This is the 6th play of the drive. And again, O'Hare takes the handoff. This time the Wildcats shut the door, and they're going to drop him for a big loss.
That was T.J. Bolden has said enough of this, took him back for about a 3-yard loss. So now 2nd and 13. Good job, T.J.
T.J. Bolden, Wildcat linebacker with 29 tackles coming into the game. Now he had 6.5 tackles for loss, so that'll give him 7.5 now tackles for loss this season. Lake Dallas behind the chains at the 32-yard line, 2nd and 13. Ball in the near hash. Snap to
there he goes.
Cash Davis. Rolling to the short side of the field. Not much room there, and he has to get rid of it.
We're kind of lucky he didn't look because Moore had our guy Gio beat early, and there's a big size differential there. As good as Gio is, sometimes physics can't work with you.
Alex King, the Wildcats' leading tackler, and outside linebacker put in the pressure there on Cash Davis, made him get rid of it.
He was running dead sideways, which is why he couldn't throw it deep.
3rd and 13 from the Wildcat 32-yard line. Davis in the shotgun, back pedals, feeling the pressure, flushed out, going to his left in big trouble, going to be sacked.
Truth. Is that truth? No, that's going to decline it. So now it's going to be 4th and about 28.
4th sack of the season for Alex King, the senior linebacker.
When he got on him, he looked like he knew exactly where that quarterback was going.
Was his 4th and 32?
Should be 28. They said 3rd and 13
10,
before.
20, and a high snap. So, yeah, we'll say 4th and 28. And the punter does a great job of coming down with that high snap. Cooper Denchey, and gets the punt away. And
just going to be about the 26 or 27-yard line to start.
Still, he averted disaster.
Yep,
there.
he did.
Wow.
No, they're putting it at the 21 or 22. 22, I'm sorry.
Let's see, from the 47 it was.
Big thank
You said the 22?
Sulphur Springs High School culinary class tonight, providing the meal in the press box.
35-yard punt. That's not bad under the circumstances.
Well, it was because we couldn't get to it, and it was all roll. So that's still all right. So 1:14 left. Been a pretty quick third quarter with just one score. And that's usually what happens when you have a decided game at halftime is second half is a little bit more conservative.
31-7, the Wildcats leading. On first down, this is Jackson Hare around the left side, and Hare into the secondary for a big gain across the 40 up to about the 44-yard line.
I think they're just saying this is your senior night, so you just get after it. 'Cause he's going to sleep well, but he's fired up right now.
23 yards on the game by Jackson Hare, going off tackle to the left side.
He's out for a play, and they've got Dobson Martin in now. A little bit of jawing going on.
I have tried to look up to see who might be recruiting Jackson Hare for college football. I have not found it yet. I'd be very interested to know, but surely he must be on some teams' radar screens. 1st and 10. Give it to Hare. And Hare burrows up to the 46-yard line for a gain of 2.
That was Dobson Martin.
Oh, was that Dobson Martin? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Jackson may be looking at going at some of the Christian schools, so he may not be as big of a recruit because of that. But hopefully he'll get his pick of where he wants to go. Of course, his brother is Jason is over at Dallas Baptist playing basketball.
I see.
So, he may already know where he was going to go and so forth, but somebody's got a football player that they need to get a hold of.
He'd look good in blue and gold over in Commerce.
So that's the end of the third quarter, 31-7. Going to turn it around at the 46-yard line.
And this is Wildcats football on KSST. And on the first play of the fourth quarter, as we come back to action, the 2nd and 8 play, and Tony, the Falcons this time catch Jackson Hare and drop him for a loss back to the 42-yard line.
That's the beauty of doing that one, or the risk on that second time around, is they saw it go for a touchdown the first time. This time they brought it down for about a 4-yard loss. 3rd and 12.
31-7, the Wildcats lead now in the fourth quarter, just underway. Ball between the hash marks. Sulphur Springs now moving to the south end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. Snap to Mason Cooper. Cooper in the pocket, moving, may run it, tucks it, gonna run at the 50, at the 45,
He
and
got that first down. He got it.
Lake Dallas territory, and ducks out of bounds at about the 42.
That's being very aware right there of knowing what you need, and that was away from the chain. So great job by Mason Cooper. And Jamorian Jeffrey got a hug from Coach Faircloth. I think he did a great job of blocking and not fouling him when he got out there. So first down for the Cats, got out of a big hole. Let's see if we can take this one in and salt this away.
16-yard gain by the quarterback Mason Cooper on that scramble, and it was 3rd and 13. Jeff Stevenson out over the football at center for the Wildcats. 2 go to the far side, 1 to the near side. Cooper in the shotgun, hands off. Jackson Hare between the tackles, pops into the secondary at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Jackson Hare. What a night he is having.
He is. He's something else. But after about 6 yards, there was nobody there. They even had one with an angle on him, and he couldn't get there. Jackson Hare can run. 42-yard touchdown run for Jackson Hare. That is his 4th touchdown of the night. 3rd. Let's see. At least 3.
His 3rd touchdown of the night. Wow. Beautiful run. And a great job by the Wildcat offensive line of creating a big hole for him to run through there. Here's the extra point by Eric Rodriguez, which is up and good. 38-7, Sulphur Springs. 10-10 to go in the ball game. This is Wildcats football on KSST. Northeast Texas Farm and Feed by the railroad track says, way to go Wildcats for that 42-yard touchdown run by the senior Jackson Hare. It's a 78-yard drive in 6 plays for Sulphur Springs. Tony, big play there by Mason Cooper, scrambling for a first down on 3rd and 13.
Saved the drive right there, and he wanted to throw it, and he had people out, but it opened up so much, and again, without the chain, he ran out of bounds, but had the first by a couple yards, so he knew what he was doing.
With the 3 touchdowns tonight by Jackson Hare, that gives him 16 touchdowns now for the season. Kickoff, again, the short kick to the far side, and a fair catch taken over there on the far side for
30-yard line.
Lake Dallas. I think every time it's been Ryan Young who has
he's over there. He's number 16.
Yep.
He's done it. If they're going corner, that's where he's been. I mean, Rodriguez does a really good job. Back when Greg Owens was here, we would do that, but it seemed like we were kicking it to about the 40, and I did not like giving that short field. You kick it to the 30. I mean, if you kick it into the end zone, it's a 25, so you're only giving up 5, and you're not risking any runbacks on those.
By the way, that was the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff there by Eric Rodriguez to the Lake Dallas 31-yard line. And a handoff here once again goes to Kevin O'Hary, and he's going wide and finally crosses the line of scrimmage and works his way up to the 37-yard line.
Or so, about gain of 5. T.J. Bolden pushed him out of bounds. We just about had him for a loss, and he was able to get on there, get out, and get outside. He's putting his heart in it this second half. He's running well.
He's a good-looking back.
Yep. Kevin. 9 minutes, 30 seconds in the 4th, and we're saying keep going, clock.
Wildcats lead 38-7.
Last home game of the season at the Prim.
Yep.
We didn't have a huge crowd. I think we got Halloween tonight.
2nd and 5. Again, they give it to O'Hary, and O'Hary going off left tackle, bounces outside. And Wildcats finally sling him out of bounds at around the 38-yard line, 37. So
just a gain of 1 there. The referee is having to do a little bit of boxing, get back to your corners on these sidelines. It's getting a little chippy. And I can't blame Lake Dallas. They're trying hard, but they're just outmanned tonight, and it's hard to keep taking it. And this is the 9th game of the season, and they hadn't had a whole lot of success.
3rd and 4 at the Lake Dallas 37-yard line, moving from right to left. Ball on the near hash. Single wide out to either side. Snap to Cash Davis, and he passes, and that is complete, and that's Josh Moore, I think.
Josh Moore again, yep.
Big, tall, lanky wide out. And he's got a first down at the 45-yard line.
And I think that was James Johnson that switched because Gio's over there now, but James got in on that one and one-on-one'd him.
8-yard gain, first down at the 45-yard line. 8:04 and the clock is rolling. Wildcats lead 38-7. Cash Davis, the 6'2" junior quarterback, has a back on either side of him. They have an H back outside the right tackle, single wide out to either side. Give it to O'Hare, going off tackle to the right. And Wildcats contain the play and limit him to maybe a yard or two.
Alex King again ran it down. Those linebackers, this defense is working like it's supposed to. Those front three supposed to take all of the action and let those 4 linebackers feed through whatever gaps you've got and make the tackles. And right now that's exactly what's happening as our linebackers are making the tackle and leaves our safeties to come up and finish.
2nd down and 9 for Lake Dallas. The Falcon 46-yard line. Snap to Davis. Give it to O'Hare. Big hole up the middle. And O'Hare into the secondary, into Sulphur Springs territory, and that's Creed Wisenhut, free safety.
Yeah, he come in and he tried to give him a hip and go around him, and Creed went right with him and perfect form tackle down around the waist and stopped what could have been a big gain. Still was a first down, but could have been a bigger gain.
10 yards on the gain as it was. First down at the Sulphur Springs 43-yard line. 38-7 the Wildcats. And they give it to O'Hare again, and off left tackle, and it's a very short gain, if any gain.
After a couple of yards.
Jackson Medlock with the tackle for the Wildcats, and that's looks like 1 yard gain.
Bunch of jawing going on, and McCormick's in the middle of it for the Wildcats, and he needs to tone it down a little bit. He's on the good side of this. You got to learn to take it. It's hard to tell somebody that's as competitive as he is, but that's what you got to do.
Yeah. 2nd down and 9. 6 minutes to go in the game.
And running. Happy clock.
Ball on the near hash. Snap it to Davis. Davis going to go deep down the far side.
He got
it. It is caught.
Yep.
Touchdown, Lake Dallas.
That's our big Moore, I think. Is that him?
No, that's DJ Hicks.
Okay.
DJ Hicks, who has been a very productive receiver for them this year. He came in with 31 catches for 478 yards. That'll be his 6th touchdown. And he got open down the right side there.
Wisenhut had him, and he was complaining that he pushed off, which let him high point. So either or, but it goes as a touchdown. That's not the end of the world. 5:40 left.
42-yard touchdown pass from Cash Davis to DJ Hicks. And here's the extra point by Denchey, and it is good. 38-14, the Wildcats lead with 5:40 to go in the game. This is Wildcats football on KSST. 42-yard touchdown pass from Cash Davis to DJ Hicks for Cash Davis. That'll be his 6th touchdown pass of the season. He came in completing 69% of his passes, Tony, for 648 yards.
He throws the ball pretty well, and they've got some receivers.
Yeah, he and Ben Allen have pretty much shared time at quarterback. We've seen them both tonight.
So let's see if they're going to kick it on the ground like he has before instead of popping it up. He's going to short kick it.
J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff coming here, and he kicks it short. And that would be a fair catch.
Dobson Martin on that side.
About the 22.
Yeah, 23.
Down at the 23-yard line. First down, Wildcats.
So for Lake Dallas, that was a 69-yard drive in 6 plays. 42-yard touchdown pass from Cash Davis, not Crash Davis, to DJ Hicks.
Bottom of the 8th, 3-1 Dodgers still in the World Series. So not much action since early in the game.
Nothing against the Blue Jays, but I'd like to be able to see a Game 7 tomorrow night.
Yeah, I can get Fox, so if I can't get anything else, I can watch World Series.
Wildcats 38, Lake Dallas 14, 5:39 to go in the game. Wildcats have the ball at the 25-yard line.
We're going to see a steady dose of running. Looks like Dobson Martin's in there now, and I look for him to try to run this 5:39 way down here.
I see Trent McIntyre in at center now for Sulphur Springs.
Okay.
20. I should have the 25. This to 23. So Mason Cooper still in there at quarterback, as Tony said. The junior Dobson Martin in at running back.
Yeah, they're explaining why it wasn't a fair catch, which would have put it at the 25, but he caught it and then kneeled.
I see.
So it's a spot at that point, and he fumbled
Dobson
again.
Martin, lost the handle on the ball there.
Yep, and they've got it.
Lake Dallas has recovered.
Okay. Dobson's kind of bit by the Halloween bug right here. He's gonna be real sick of himself, but he's done a lot of good this year, so shake it off.
Defensive back Ryan Young, a sophomore, comes up with the fumble recovery for Lake Dallas at the Wildcat 28-yard line.
So 5:24 left. Still comfortably in the lead. We don't need to panic. Just make them work for it. If they score, they score.
38-14. Clock is rolling with 5:17 to go.
And it's not supposed to be running until they snap it. So sneaky clock operation.
And off again goes to their little fire plug back, Kevin O'Hary, and the Wildcats are not going to let him bounce outside.
He
they drop him
7 that time. He should have gone down early.
Let's see where they give him forward progress.
Yeah, they're putting it on the 35-yard line. He's back 7.
Yeah, that's a loss of
17.
Wow.
They stopped him, and then he backed away a little bit and lost a couple more. So good play on first down, put them behind the chains. Now we need to watch for the deep ball.
Ball will be on the near hash as they're moving to the north end zone at Gerald Prim Stadium. H-back outside the left tackle, 2 wide to the far side, 1 to the near side. Davis in the shotgun, backpedals, post, has a man, cannot connect with him.
Must have been out in front. It looked pretty good from here, and he didn't even reach out. So that was number 13, Moore.
Josh Moore, who we have been very impressed by tonight, had a step on his man there.
I thought it was a connection and had a real chance, and I don't know what the deal was, but I never saw him move his hands. I don't know if maybe he got blinded by the light or what. I thought they'd made a connection.
Looked like Creed Wissenhunt was trying to catch up with him there.
Yep. It was nothing but a post pattern. And that guy's got some talent. I'd like to know the story behind the 10 catches for the year in game 9.
You may be right. He may have been hurt some. 3rd down and 17. And here's a little shovel pass. And once again, this is O'Hary. O'Hary gets to the 30 for a gain of about 5 yards, and he was popped by somebody.
I think it did come loose. I think their guard number 70 got on it. They did pop him. I couldn't tell who it was. It may have been Truth and some friends. Whoever it was a brick wall.
Yeah, he went backward.
So now we're at 4th and 11, so now we just need to hold our water.
Cash Davis in the shotgun, back pedals, setting up a bubble screen. And it is complete, but it will be short of the first down.
Good job. I think that was Hardy came in there. He looked like he might have enough to win to get the first down, but Hardy came in single-handedly, took him down. The Wildcat offense will take over at the 20-yard line with 2:53 left. So this is run one play maybe and then get to the 2-minute timeout.
He got to the 21, so he was
he was within a yard
within a couple of yards.
Yeah,
or so.
I thought he had it.
DJ Hicks it was, and I called it a bubble screen, really a tunnel screen where he was coming back to the middle of the field.
Yep, he had a purpose.
So they give it up on downs after the fumble recovery by Ryan Young gave him the ball at the Sulphur Springs 28-yard line.
Well, they're rolling the clock now, too, so that's okay. I mean, this game's over, so that's a good deal. Let's get out of here. Everybody has avoided the injury bug. There's been nobody timed out or anything.
38-14, the Wildcats lead. First down, Dobson Martin probing the line here, reading his blocks, and he has a nice gain across the 25 up to about the 28-yard line or so.
And that's good to go right back and give him the ball, let him get those bad thoughts out of it, and they're going to try to strip it from him right now. They know they've kind of got his number, got him thinking about it. So that's exactly what you should do.
Second down and 2 for the Wildcats.
8-yard gain, happy clock, fixing to go to the 2-minute timeout right now before we run that second down play.
Yeah, they're waiting for it. There it is. We go to the 2-minute warning, a newfangled thing in high school football. 38-14, the Wildcats safely in front here, and this is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. They have been glad to congratulate the Wildcats on how many touchdowns tonight, Tony?
Well,
5?
Should be 5. 5 sevens is 35 and a field goal.
Yeah, there you go.
Used to be. That new math, it may add up different. I don't know. Glad I don't have to mess with that.
Second down and 3. Snap to Mason Cooper. And again, this is Dobson Martin. Boy, he is running hard now.
He is. He's wanting to score.
Shedding tacklers there. He went up the middle, and he has the first down.
I tell you what, he's got some trudging legs. He must really get on that weight machine with the legs because he's moving.
That's a 10-yard gain there.
Trip McIntyre had to come out for his helmet came off, so he's out for one play.
First down, Wildcats at the Sulphur Springs 38-yard line. Clock is still rolling with 1:16 to go. 38-14, the Wildcats, and they can start to look ahead to Frisco, Panther Creek at the Star next Friday night.
Should be. We could just kneel twice here. Going to give it to
Mason Cooper. Gives it to.
That's
is that Keyshawn?
John should be.
Yeah, glad to see Keyshawn get a carry or two here.
Yeah. But this is where there's too much chippiness going on. We need 7 seconds, snap it, take a knee, and go home.
Keyshawn out to the 42-yard line. He got the Wildcats off to a great start tonight. The opening kickoff, it was a short kick, and he returned it 29 yards to the Lake Dallas 46-yard line.
Set the tone.
They went on to score a touchdown on a pass to Deacon Carpenter from Mason Cooper. So give credit to Keyshawn John for getting things going in the right direction. 22 seconds left to go. Play clock is at 7, so they'll have to snap it. They do, and Mason Cooper then takes a knee. So that'll be the final play.
Do it.
And the handshake line will start here. And the Wildcats taking care of business tonight against the Lake Dallas Falcons. And for a time there, Tony, this looked like it might be a nerve-wracking game. I
don't like ball games on Halloween. I mean, every year we've got something. The ghouls get out, I guess.
This was a 14-7 game late in the first half.
This was Parrish made over till that interception came because they were fixing to get close, possibly tight, and then have a chance to go ahead with the first possession of the second half.
Very similar to the Paris game. What was that, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. So Gio really took that and sent it home.
That was the play of the game, a 55-yard interception return for a touchdown by Gio Ibarra that really turned the tide here tonight.
Absolutely.
38-7, the Wildcats win it, and this is Wildcats football on KSST. Wildcats football on KSST. The Wildcats 38-14 winners over the Lake Dallas Falcons here at Gerald Prim Stadium tonight. And to recap the game, as we were telling you not long ago, got off to a good start when Keyshawn John ran the opening kickoff back 29 yards, a short kickoff, but he ran it back to the Lake Dallas 46-yard line. Wildcats went 46 yards in 7 plays. The touchdown came on a 7-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to Deacon Carpenter. Deacon out in the flat, caught the ball at about the 2-yard line and did a good job of getting across the goal line, and Sulphur Springs led it 7-0. Wildcats forced Lake Dallas to punt. They start at their own 19-yard line. They go 81 yards in 10 plays. And a lot of the early going, Tony, was just nothing but Jackson Hare running the football.
Straight up the middle behind that big line.
Had a 21-yard gain on that drive, and then the touchdown came, and we are calling it a 17-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Hare. It was a spread out to the right by Mason Cooper, then Jackson Hare coming back to the left, and Mason Cooper shoveled it
just a little
forward.
shovel pass, very safe, and when it works, it really makes the defense look bad.
And Hare, a nice job of running in the broken field to get the 17-yard touchdown to make it 14-0. Interception, the first of 2 tonight, by Matthew Jeter. Gave the ball to the Wildcats at the Lake Dallas 24-yard line, and they drove to the 8. And at that point, Tony, I think we're all thinking blowout.
Yep.
But then Keenan Fort got an interception for Lake Dallas, and it was a touchback, and they had the ball at the 20. They had to punt. But the Wildcats then, starting at the Lake Dallas 45-yard line, gave it back to Lake Dallas. There was a fumble recovery by Nathan Cornist, who gave us a good show here tonight.
He did.
For Lake Dallas. He returned it 36 yards to the Lake Dallas, or to the Sulphur Springs 24-yard line. And they got the touchdown pass on a 14-yard throw from Ben Allen to Josh Moore, the big 6'4", 185-pound wide receiver for Lake Dallas. Back corner of the end zone, beautiful throw.
Very good catch. Wisenuts begs to differ. He thinks he pushed off.
Ben Allen, nice throw. But Josh Moore had quite a few catches tonight for Lake Dallas, the big receiver. Made it 14-7 there. 5:45 left to go until halftime. Wildcats then not able to move the ball. They have to punt. Lake Dallas gets the ball back. Looks like they're starting to move again, trailing just 14-7. But Gio Ibarra comes up with the interception. And we'd like to see it back on video, but we're calling it a 55-yard interception return for a touchdown by the Wildcat senior, who made a nice move back to the inside at about the 20-yard line, or maybe the 15.
Yep.
And that changed the complexion of the game.
Absolutely.
Wildcats
that turned it on its head.
Went back in front 21-7 with 1:38 left to go in the second quarter. Then Matthew Jeter got his second interception of the first half, and that set up the 33-yard field goal by Eric Rodriguez for Sulphur Springs on the final play of the first half to make it 24-7 at halftime. Wildcats, let's see, in the second half, Lake Dallas had the ball first. They gave the ball up on downs. There was a fake punt, remember, which was an
very weak,
ill-advised call there, I think. And Sulphur Springs took over at the Lake Dallas 47-yard line. They get the 27-yard touchdown pass from Mason Cooper to Jackson Hare on a post. Hare had a couple of steps on his man at the goal line. 31-7 with 5:22 left to go in the third quarter. Wildcats force Lake Dallas to punt. They start at the 22-yard line. They go 78 yards in 6 plays. Jackson Hare, a 42-yard run, his third touchdown of the night. And the Wildcats led 38-7. That was with 10:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Lake Dallas then mounts a drive. They go 69 yards in 6 plays. A lot of that was by their good-looking senior running back, Kevin O'Hary. And they got a 42-yard touchdown pass down the far side from quarterback Cash Davis to DJ Hicks.
That's the one that Wisnut wanted to push off.
Oh, okay.
That's the one. I said it wrong earlier.
And Creed Wisnut maybe just a step behind DJ Hicks there. So at that point, 38-14. That was with 5:10 to go, and the Wildcats fumbled the ball back to Lake Dallas, but nothing came of that, and the Wildcats then ran out the clock. So 38-14, the final. This is the way it should have been. I think
this is exactly the way it should have been, and the biggest thing is for both sides, we never had a timeout for any injuries. So apparently, other than a huge injury of our superstar quarterback Timmons, is nobody. We should go pretty well full strength to Panther Creek next week. So this is the way it's supposed to line out, and we should be ready to go. Even but with injury or no injury, this is probably where we figured we would be going into week 10.
Well, I tell you, and I must say, after that injury to Deuce Timmons on the first play from scrimmage against Salina, if you had told us that we would be 8-1 going into that final game against Panther Creek, I think that we would have been thrilled.
Oh yeah,
to hear that.
But I think we're still good enough for that, and that's no disrespect at all to Mason Cooper. But
he's done a great job.
He's done really good. But Deuce Timmons is just the player on the team that, we've got subs everywhere, except there's a little drop-off there between Mason and Deuce. And, again, no disrespect. It's just different styles.
And that mostly has to do with Timmons' fantastic ability to run with the football.
They both pass the ball very well, and it's just Timmons can score from the 1-yard line and go 99. Mason Cooper's not going to go 99.
Right.
But he saved the game a little bit.
Yep.
Going about 14 over here too, and so
he kept the drive
it's not like he can't run, but he's just a different style.
Yep. He's more
now
of
we're ready.
More of a drop back pocket.
Correct. He's more old school.
Right.
But again, he got to, like we said, has gotten to play 3 or 4 ball games that he probably wouldn't have gotten to play because of the injury, and it's really an honor to let him run it that way, and he's proven out.
I think they're taking a picture of the Wildcat seniors all together.
That's what I was thinking.
The 5-yard line looks like here, so that'll be a great photo.
They stretched out a while ago from the far end zone all the way to about the 35 with everybody at the end of the game. That's really great. There's a lot of school spirit going on. This is really neat to see.
Yeah. By the way, Mason Cooper 3 touchdown passes tonight, so he has 9 touchdown passes
in 8 days or 7 days.
2 games. And the play you were talking about, there was a 3rd and 13, and he scrambled for 16 yards to keep that drive alive. I think that was the last drive, and a couple of plays later got that 42-yard touchdown.
That's Jackson's last run, and it was saved. So, just good overall. But now we got one focus. We got one game. It's at the Star again. Make your plans and be there. This is, even though you're giving Jerry Jones some money, just squint and give it to him. But let's go fill this side of the stands and take it to Panther Creek next week.
From a practical standpoint, that game is going to decide second place in the district.
It is. That's going to be for 2-3.
And the second place team from 7-4A D1 will play the third place team from 8-4A D1.
Correct.
And so that might make a difference. You've got Dallas Carter, Dallas Lincoln, and Dallas Kimball all jockeying in that district right now.
But it looks like it's not going to be Carter. Carter's going to play Paris.
You think?
Paris is going to end up in 4th place, and Carter is going to win the district is the way it looks now. So.
That'll be decided Thursday night when Carter and Lincoln play.
Yeah,
so that's a big game.
I think Carter will win the ball game.
Okay, that'll be a big game Thursday night. We'll know going in Friday night the outcome of that. So it is at the Star, the Cowboys practice facility, indoors in Frisco, and against Frisco Panther Creek. So that's going to be a big thing.
And it's a great place for a high school game. You think it is big time being indoors, but inside it's a mini Jerry World, and it's just cool as can be. It's really neat and a great atmosphere. Can get loud, and it's just fun.
So you have the Wildcat seniors now walking the field here at Gerald Prim, and I think that's Blue Blazes and maybe band members
it's
walking
all of them,
with them, all the seniors. That's great.
That is, and it's a bunch of them too. And you look at all those Wildcat uniforms, that 31 or 33. We're gonna miss them.
You bet. Absolutely. Well, Wildcat football brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. So we again say to you that We thank you for listening to Wildcat Football. And James Terry, thanks to James as our producer in the KSST studios. Matt Jansen, our technical director and our video producer. You'll be able to see this game later on YouTube. In fact, I'll tell you, if you look at YouTube now, I think you will be able to see this game. And also you'll be able to see it tomorrow. And James will then, or Matt will then have it produced for Channel 18 and later play back on YouTube as the next couple of days go by. Tony Flippin, thanks to Tony for his great commentary tonight. 38-14 is the final. The Wildcats win it over Lake Dallas, and we say goodnight from Gerald Prim Stadium.